Really? The thing wouldn't do that? Chat, what up or lower? Oh snap. Mother. Hold on, chat. Woo! All right, bet. We back. All right, bet. So we currently on YouTube and Twitch. Reacts. We got a lot to look at, bro. I'm not gonna hold you, chat. We really do. It's been a minute since I did a react. So y'all coming through with your boy. I definitely appreciate it. So I ain't seen none of this stuff yet. So yeah, we about to, you know what I'm saying, get into it. I almost flipped up my glasses, but what's good? What's good? What up though? What up though? Yeah. So I ain't gonna lie, I'm gonna get it. Oh, bro, I forgot wrestling came on tonight. Any of y'all watch wrestling? I see y'all coming in. What up though? But yeah. First trailer, Invincible season 4. I ain't seen it. So I don't know if y'all seen it or no, but yeah. I'm about to get that started. Should we go full screen? Nah, I'll be alright. Y'all ready? Also, is the volume good? Like, can y'all hear me? Like, can y'all hear me okay? Are you okay? If somebody want to comment, chat, 'cause I see 3, which I'm happy for so far. I ain't been on 5 minutes and we got 3 people. Like, let's go. And if you was on earlier, you could see like this is a different type of stream. Like I was playing the game earlier, now I'm doing reacts and watching trailers, stuff that I ain't been able to watch last couple days. Depending on what it is, I know it when I see it, and then I go to my react list. I'm gonna go from there. But yeah, hopefully y'all can hear me. Here we go. Invincible season 4 official trailer. Let me go and give it a like because I already know I'm gonna fuck with it heavy. So yeah, let go.
Mark, take a night off.
We don't get to take a night off.
Damn.
If I'd actually killed Angstrom the first time, so many people would still be alive. I'll do anything to stop that from happening again.
It's not who you are, Mark. But trauma like that
Oh!
breaks people.
Things are changing, Mark, and not for the better.
Oh, wait,
We'll
whoa.
figure this out, okay?
We need to show the world that even after everything that happened, the Guardians are still here, fighting to keep everyone safe
Come on!
Oh,
from what might be coming our way.
no.
I'm sorry, Mark.
Bro. It's like you knew that was coming if you, I don't know if y'all, you know what I'm saying, fuck with the season like that, but it's like you knew this was coming if, you know what I'm saying? You watched it. But to see it like in person is like, bro, like, oh shit, it's about to go down.
We need your help.
How do you feel about war?
The
Not a fan.
will always be a threat to Earth.
Ooh,
But each day, we add more allies to break their
Battlestar.
hold on the galaxy. Together, we have a chance to end this war forever.
I can help. How much does this job pay?
he was so annoying when they first introduced him. Well, not immediately when they first introduced him, but like as time went on, bro was getting on my nerves, bro. They had one moment, it was like one episode where he was like sneaking out the house, just being a kid. He was just on some I'm just being a kid type shit. That episode right there, that's probably the most I fucked with them heavy. Cause he had dealt with bullies and all that, and I really thought he was about to knock their head off, but he didn't. He just like I don't even know what I think he put their pants down or something like that. Like, but yeah, like that was dope. That's probably the one time that I fucked with him heavy. Like it was like, okay. I need more of that, like this season. Like I don't need him to be irritating because he was just like, bro. When Conquest was fucking him up, I kind of was a little happy, but I probably shouldn't be. Probably shouldn't say that. But yeah, I was a little happy.
No tricks this time.
How do I know you're telling the truth?
You'll have to trust me.
Think, Mark. Think.
There will be loss.
Ooh.
There will be sacrifice.
I'm sorry.
We must all face judgment for the evils of our past.
Ooh.
If we want any.
That one right there. When he gotta talk to Mark's mom. A pet, huh? So I'm a pet. That's what you think of me? When you was giving me that, I was just a pet, huh? I'm like, man, I didn't. Why you bringing up? Oh shit! That's gonna be awkward as the fuck. I'm sorry, it really is, bro. It really is. That's gonna be so random.
Our future.
This is serious, Shapesmith.
This is fruit punch. Would you like some?
You're being kind of a bitch.
Is everyone ready?
Born ready.
We stick together. That's how we win this.
How's it? No.
Leave no one.
Oh. Coming soon. Bet you like that. Ooh. Uh-huh. Okay. I ain't gonna hold you. That's what's up. Like for real. Like that's what's up, bro. I'm not gonna hold you. Like, oh yeah. All right, hold on, Chad. Hold on now. Let's let's just pull it back a sec. Have y'all heard that noise? That's me in the background. Hmm. Oh yeah. I had to make sure, man. Speak to the chat. While we doing this? Let's do it. All right, so, bro, that trailer is mad crazy. Like, I really can't wait to till that come out. Like, that's gonna be mad crazy. So, all right, we got what else we got? That's the first one. We just seen Invincible. So Masters of the Universe or this one? Is this gonna be the actual trailer? All right, we might not have to watch this. I mean, we might not be able to watch this because if this is okay, Bardock? All Saiyans are to return to planet Vegeta immediately. What? What? Bardock, hey, I'm home. Yo, why does the music sound noise? Like it really does. Chat, this is epic. It's like they treat him like Superman. Bro, this score is nice. Dragon Ball 40. Yo. Ooh. Wow. He got hater of the year. Bro, they making this sound legit epic as. Yo, that's yo. Bro! No. Can we talk about like no? We gotta go back check. That right there. Such that I hate Frieza, but I love Frieza at the same time. It's like if Frieza was an actor, like if this is like if we was part of that world, like he just one of them characters. Like he plays his character so well that you can't help but hate him, but you love how much he makes you hate him. I love Frieza, bro. I love Frieza, but I hate him. I can't stand that nigga. But this right here, chat, come on. Bro, y'all cannot tell me. Y'all cannot tell me that this one's some fire shit, for real. Like dead ass. Dead ass. That's dope. Let's go on with that, bro. I be wanting him to dress up in fits like that, like different episodes. Like, can you like change their clothes? Oh, I like it. The music. Oh! I remember seeing this. Like I've seen pictures of that. Oh. Oh. Wait a minute. Whoa. Ken. Super Saiyan. Oh. 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 Bruh. Okay. Okay. And y'all ain't done? That Battle of the God. Resurrection L. Dragon Ball Super. Dragon Ball Super Broly. Dragon Ball Super Superhero. Dragon Ball Damo. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. And next, a new chapter begins. Oh, I'm into it, chat. Go. Dragon Ball Super, the Galactic Patrol, coming soon. Oh, type shit. Is it them? Is it gonna be based on nobody? I don't know much about that shit. I don't know much about it, but turn up. Wow, let's go. Can I hear the washer in the background? That's on me. It's on me, chat. That's definitely on me, bro. How y'all liking this? Like so far, is is it good? I can't, bro. That the music score in that, mad crazy. Oh, Daredevil Born Again. Yeah, ain't seen it. Honestly, don't know how I got a like on this. Oh, okay. I was about to say I don't. Matter of fact, hold on, my bad, chat. Because I got distracted. So y'all can see because I was like, I haven't seen this before, and then I click it, and it's like, bro, it's a like, but I'm tripping. We're gonna like it though now because I do fuck with everything I'm watching. I fucks with. I'm not just watching this shit just to be like, oh hey, let's look at no fuck all that. No, we watching what I want to watch. But I got y'all for the ride. You know what I'm saying? So all right, here we go. Daredevil, Born Again, season 2, teaser trailer. Let's get this shit. Let's. Good times. Whipped cream. And this bullshit. Something about aliens? The what? I feel liberated,
over-medicated. I hope he can walk because I'm not.
Whoa! No! Oh, I almost knocked my drink down. What the fuck? Jessica Jones? You joking me? We're not gonna go all the way back. I be wanting to go all the way back. I be wanting to start it all the way over. I ain't gonna do it. Wait, was that Matthew? That is Matthew Lillard.
I hope he can walk because I'm not carrying you.
Bro.
Saw or shovel?
March 24th is going hard as fuck. Let's go. Oh no. What you won't do is Star Wars got a mall. Chat, we gotta go to this too. Is that straight? I gotta trying to bring this out. Like I bet. Because I had somebody in chat. I was streaming last time. My bad, chat. We about to go to the next one, but I was streaming last time, and then like somebody in the chat was like, "Well, you need to have your thing like to where you can see and shit." And I'm like, "I bet. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that." Okay, there you go. All right, bet. So I can see the stream when I want to click it. I better see you. So, all right, we're going back. All right, so Star Wars Mall. Let's get to it. What's Penguin talking about? Hollywood is scared. You might click that just for some random shit. Ooh.
Times have changed. I will show you the galaxy for what it truly is.
Oh, yeah, don't the audio sound? Hold on, wait.
See things from a new perspective.
Whoa. Hold on. First off, my ear itching. Does that mean something, chat? Like if your ear itching? Like, what that mean? Or does it? Like, does it really mean anything? Maybe. Yes, no, maybe so. Well, yeah. What I say? The audio does the audio not seem off to y'all? Like, it almost sound like it is AI or some shit. I don't know. Maybe it's me. Oh my god, bro! I was about to say. All right, like listen to it. Like how it kind of sounds choppy. Like I'm gonna let it keep playing.
Times have changed. I will show you the galaxy for what it truly
I will show you
is.
how the galaxy is.
See things from a new perspective.
Is this what our future holds?
Maybe it's like that on purpose.
Always running.
I invite you to look more closely.
This is like a Batman trailer. Good. Batman was in Star Wars.
And I offer you an opportunity.
Go! Hey, Filoni?
Been made to suffer. We survive, but do not live. The Emperor wants you dead. Chains can be broken.
Hang on!
And empires can be shattered.
Oh. Come on. Shut up. Ooh, chance. No. No, I do need to see that though. Master of the Universe thingy thing. Yeah. Wait, what is this? Michael Jackson dropped a new trailer? Jafar Jackson? What? What is this? Is this serious, chat? All right. Fuck it. Let's go.
You're confident. You're strong.
Come on.
You're beautiful.
Just ass out.
Let me tell you something. In this life,
Okay.
you're either a winner or you're a loser.
Yeah,
You
why?
want to work in a steel mill like me for the rest of your days?
No, sir.
Yeah, because I sure as hell don't. Y'all willing to fight for it?
Yes, sir.
I need to hear you a little louder. Y'all willing to fight for it?
Yes, sir.
it definitely most probably was not like that. It was like, I'm tired of working in this steel mill, and you niggas ain't gonna do that either. I need all of you to learn how to sing, dance, write, spin around, and do the Y2Z and all of that shit now. Now, who's with me? Let me get my goddamn belt. I said, who the fuck is with me? Probably went down like that. Don't judge me. I'm just saying. It looks interesting though. I mean, if you dumb and ignorance is bliss, it looks like super interesting. But from a movie perspective, and if you fuck with MJ, Michael Jackson, it seems like it's alright. Let go.
Ready whenever you are, Michael.
Do you know what I'm after?
You want to be the biggest star in the world? We need to capitalize on Michael's success. Because the Jackson family is the brand. That's our Coca-Cola. And we need to start selling. So, I'm planning an international tour. This is just the beginning.
I need to think.
I told you what to think.
I love my
Wow.
family.
That,
I just want to do my own thing.
Oh.
Just have all these ideas in my head. Just gotta get them out.
Then do it, Michael.
Oh.
Not a little boy anymore.
How's that?
Michael, I knew you were different the moment you were born. You have a very special life.
I hope me along kills it.
Could change the world.
It's 100 minutes. Mama's still fine though.
Spread love, joy, and peace. That is what I want the world to feel.
I know they got all the white girls in the front though. Let's go. What is 49 on the scene? For 40 days and for 40 nights, you should come see me. That's as I said that that shit that should be the promo though. For 40 days and for 40 nights, you should come see me. I'm sorry, Chet. My bad, bro. I was tripping like a motherfucker, bro. But yeah, what I'm saying, no. High key, it does look interesting though. I ain't gonna lie, look more interesting outside of the one old buddy did. What's the dude who did Simba, the black dude who talked Simba from the Lion King when he was in the Michael Jackson movie? Like when he did that, like outside of that one, like it really ain't been no real like major good ones for real. And you got people like Michael Trapson like that be doing it, but that's like a random ratchet ass version of it for real. Erky Durky, moving on. Wait, Scream came out with something? Nah. Is that really? Oh, that's real? Oh, shit. What is this Tyler Perry about? Fuck it, Tyler Perry. I'm sorry, bro.
This is it.
Can't believe we're staying at the Psycho Killer B&B.
Oh, that's so cool. It's emotional.
Oh, that is dope. That's a real. Oh. If you don't drop your people's elbow his ass, what are you doing? Ah!
Hello?
Hello, Sydney. Did you miss me? Nice little town you
Looks good. He looks good.
You and your pretty daughter reminds me of where we grew up.
Well, you sure know a lot about me for another asshole hiding behind a voice changer.
I'm not gonna lie. Chet, if I could be honest with you, I'm reacting to this, and guess what? I have not fully all the way 100% seen the last two that then came out. Is it 2? Can y'all let me know? Like, is it just 2 or is it like, is it more? I feel like it's just 2. But yeah, I am yeah, I ain't shit. But these trailers, they do hit. I do want to see them. I just haven't seen them. Like, it's just circumstance. So yeah.
Not hiding, Sydney. Oh, I'm not hiding, Sydney.
Okay.
Well, you sure know a lot about me for another asshole hiding behind a voice changer.
Oh, I'm not hiding, Sydney.
Oh yeah. No.
Not this time.
Oh.
Down to the end.
I know, like hell. Oh. Oh!
I want to be a fighter like you.
Wait.
If you hurt
I'm not going to hurt her until you're here to see it.
Let's unmask this fucker.
All your friends died.
He's still alive? I mean, that's good. I mean, damn. I think they do like a shot kill.
My daughter! Tatum, listen to me. He's trying to find another way in. We're gonna do this together. You're gonna have to shoot him through the wall. Where? To the right of the door. Shoot him now! Do it now! Oh, you got it. He's dead. You need to make sure you shoot him in the head.
Oh, why you?
I'm gonna burn it all down.
Mother!
And how did he? No. What we not gonna fucking do is hold up. How the fuck? How? Look at this. Okay, peep game. Okay, goddamn. I really got a habit of.
He's dead. You need to make sure you shoot him in the head.
Okay, now she just gave her that piece of advice. You would think, just like and they showing like a certain resemblance too, but just like in the Michael Myers, the new version of it, you would think that like this would be passed down in history. Like, hey baby, just in case somebody want to kill you, if you happen to get them down, maybe shoot them twice in the head or in the heart, just in case, just to make sure that they dead and down, because sometimes they can come back and they can ruin your life for just, 3, 4, 5 movies. Like, you would think she would already know this shit to automatically just be like, boom, boom, like reflex. Like when I play Fortnite, I'm going to down you and I'm going to eliminate you. It's second nature. I don't need you coming back. And if you are coming back, you're going to come back the hard way. Period. So why double tap, man. Double tap. Like, get your way.
I'm gonna burn it all down.
Mother!
Oh! Green 7.
Gonna be fun.
I think so too. We're having a great time. No E. Okay. Oh well, yeah. That was pretty much it, chat. I'm sorry. Yeah, we good. No. All right. So yeah, that was crazy though. I ain't gonna hold you. It's a little interesting. All right. So what we got? They will kill you. Oh no! See, these lights be coming out.
23. Today, it's one of the most exclusive buildings in Manhattan. Hi, I'm the new maid. With such wealth comes the expectation of the highest quality of service. It's a lot of lux.
Right.
This building is a temple to Satan. Each month we must pay with a human sacrifice.
Each month is crazy.
Tonight, You are the offering.
Gotcha.
Oh, and then Drake Malfoy. Ow! What? What? Oh! 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 Yeah.
There has to be a way out of here.
The building was designed to be a death trap.
Bro.
Our offering is on the loose. Be on
Yo!
the lookout. I just dropped her picture in the group chat.
Fuck you. No, fuck you. No, bitch. Fuck you. Fuck you. I don't
Fuck
know
you.
what is going on in here.
Very much.
But Ray,
Oh.
I am in a forgiving mood.
Whoa.
Who the fuck are you?
What the fucking
Why do you want
fuck?
to fight like that?
Prison.
Okay. March 27th. Like I said. Yeah. Okay. Bro. I'm sorry, Chad. Now, out of everything I've seen, that movie looks the most interesting. I'm not gonna hold you. I don't know what y'all thought. You can let me know. But yeah, that was quiet fart, bro. Come on, chill. Come on. Ooh, chat. They got a Devil's Wear Prada too. What? We're gonna see that in a sec. I gotta go to the big boys room, so give me a moment. I appreciate y'all being here. Y'all give me a sec. Be right back. I gotta go. I gotta go right now. Yeah. I bet chat. And I am back. Here we go. So, not gonna hold you. Looking at this other trailer, and I done seen it a few times. Watching since we started watching trailers, boosters, and it's got Keke Palmer. And if you don't fuck with Keke Palmer, do we have a problem? Like real shit. Do we have a problem? So I'm thinking about to click that, and then if the Devil Wears Prada is on there after that, then yeah, we could do that. That'd be nice. So yeah, because I don't know what this is. I thought with a heavy though. Let's go.
What would be your biggest challenge in a job like this?
A lot, and I feel like I should have it all. Take it all home, eat it up, and shoot it out my eyes. I just feel like give it to me. It's mine anyway.
That is such a good answer.
What's a booster? Somebody that steal clothes from the store and sell it at a discount price? It's a community service.
I call it triple F. Fashion, forward, philanthropy. I know how to spell philanthropy. Branding, though.
Together, we empty out every single Metro designer in the Bay Area.
That air is nice.
From my stores. Missy Smith post we exist.
They take my shit and sell it because they're low-class urban bitches. With all respect to urban bitches.
Wow. Okay.
I'm an innovator.
Well done, Cheetah.
Making fucking art.
Why are the nipples so big?
I love boosters. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Yes. Final answer. Looks interesting. Chat, anytime y'all want to comment or say some shit, go ahead, bro. You ain't gonna offend me. All right, look, we in this together. The fact that y'all here with me is just dope as fuck within itself. She got another movie? Bro. We about to kiki, we kiki.
You must be Rob Fisher's wife. Welcome to Ashfield Place, the safest town in America. We went from city loft to lawn so fast.
I know living in my parents' house wasn't exactly part of the plan.
Every day is the same thing. These people are crazy.
It's the burbs, babes.
So what's the deal with that old Victorian house? It's haunted.
There have been whispers of
Murder. Who would move into a murder house?
I did see him in the woods. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I
what
know
he
you
was
want
up
to
to.
get my
I had to
nachos to
give
eat
him
these. I
space.
ain't
was
gonna hold
nude.
you.
In the
I'm gonna
woods?
be
I was moonbathing.
House needs a lot of work. But it has good bones.
Who says that? The girl from the suburbs disappears into thin air? He's hiding something.
I think we should investigate.
I feel like Sherlock Holmes. I think if anything, I'd be Sherlock Holmes. Don't accent privilege this.
You can't just break in. From a legal
Hey,
standpoint,
real
we're not...
shit though. Like, no. Let's talk about it. Like, why can't I, you know what I'm saying, be Doctor Who or some shit? Like, just because like a motherfucker got the accent and shit. What the nigga say? I don't know what he said. That was some real shit.
I feel like Sherlock Holmes. I think if anything, I'd be Sherlock Holmes. Don't accent privilege this.
Right. Bro.
From a legal standpoint, we're not
Me be agent when I want
okay,
to.
we're walking into an unlocked house.
She keeps asking questions about the house across the street. What'd you tell her? What is there to tell?
Yep, I just peed a little.
Your mind's playing tricks on you.
Well, it's not him we need to be worried about.
You learned that from a podcast?
Oh no. What's happening?
Which one of us is the murderer? Your face. The safest town in America has a lot of people desperate to leave.
This is the part that gets a little bit complicated.
Aren't small towns just the best?
It is the safest town in America.
What are we doing? Let's go. I think this place is gonna grow on you, you know.
B, what up? No!
Okay.
You missed the other stream earlier. I don't know if you're still on.
Why am I always murdered?
I just seen you though. Okay. All right. That look a little interesting. I ain't gonna hold you, chat. That you know what I'm saying? Get a like. Get a little like. See, V. What up, though, ma'am? You been on the come up. I'm so proud of you. Real nigga shit. Real nigga shit. This right here, what you catching me on is just reacting. It's been a lot of shit going on recently. A lot of trailers I got to catch up on. A lot of shows, movies, and all that bullshit that's going on. So we just over here reacting to it live as the fuck. So yeah. Have you seen anything, by the way, since you on? Put us on. Anything you think I need to see that I probably ain't seen that I need to react to? I do want to see. We ain't watching this chat because one, I mean, if I see season 3 trailer and I ain't seen season 1, that's kind of spoiling it. So we ain't finna watch that shit. But I will say I do want to watch Euphoria. That do seem like a show that like would be dope as fuck. I cannot fucking stand Tyler Perry. No, I say this, and it's probably an unpopular opinion, but I don't give a fuck. I don't like Medea. I just fucking don't. I don't. Now, if it's a movie that he do and motherfucking Medea ain't in it, like what is it? Daddy's Little Girls or Acrimony or some shit like that, I fucks with it. I actually do. Crazy enough, I fuck with it heavy. But if it's like something with Medea in it, not so much. That one with Kiki Palmer, I kind of do fuck with. But outside of that, no, not so much. Not so much. Okay, so Ireland. All right, so I don't know if I've seen. Hold on. I got a horror. I got a horror thing I want to do. Should I go and just like get to that, like chat? Cause I can look at these trailers, bro. Y'all know. Like, first off, I ain't been streaming in a minute, so I'm like on 10. Like, you check the Twitch. I already did a 3-hour stream, and a nigga right back with some shit, bro. Like, y'all don't know my energy. Cause I'm here. I would put that shit on right now. V, what you say? You said put on horror trailer, so you know what? Fuck it. Chat. We about to it ain't a horror trailer, but I'm about to hold on. Wait, I'm tripping. So when somebody like send me some shit like to react to, or either I find some shit I react to. Most of the shit I ain't already reacted to. We're going all the way down here though. Yeah, all right, hold on, chat. Let me see. Where the fuck is it? It's that way. Oh, there you go. Yeah. This shit right here. Chat. V, you better watch this with me, man. Hold on. Wait. V, you still on? What the hell you mean auto mod? I don't understand that. What are you talking? What are you talking about? I don't know what you mean. Oh my gentle Jesus. Hold on, chat. Before we start, can I just please I just have a moment to go get me something to drink, like real nigga shit, bro. Cause like a nigga thirsty, bro. Just give me a sec. God damn. All right, V, I need to know What do you mean waking you up? What does that mean, waking you up? Hey, but look, I want to know, do I need to go on with this or you want me to find something else? Just for you, I do it because I fuck with you heavy. In the meanwhile, chat, y'all can chime in too. It ain't just on video. If y'all want to say something, y'all can say something too because it's for you motherfuckers here. Anyways, I'm going to get some drink. I'm going to be right back. Like, it's not going to take that long, bro. Please don't. Y'all better fucking be here when I get back. It's going to be like a minute, literally 60 seconds. Count right now. Wait, no. Wait, let me back up a little bit and then. All right, go. I know you hoes hear me in the background. Don't act like you don't. All right, back. So yeah, I told y'all we didn't take that long. Now is you niggas still on here or no? I'm gonna take it personal if you ain't. But I mean, it's fine. It is what it is. The stream ain't gonna stop. Like, believe that. But look, all right, look. So look, I don't get it. Let me take this gummy too. I'm bad, chat. I'm being bad as fuck today. God damn. But I am here, so you don't try to leave your boy. And that's right. Today's sponsor. Oh wait, can I show this on chat? I don't even know. You know what? Like, it's fine. All right, so we finna look at Fascinating Horror. It is some shit that I do be watching low key. I stopped watching it because I know I wanted to do reacts and shit like that. This shit is good. You gotta chew it a little bit because it's like, you ever had like somebody cook a piece of meat and you be like, bro, yo, it's not tender. Like, it's like we gotta work to eat that motherfucker. But that's how the gummy is, high key. But anyways, neither here nor there. Oh shit! All right, V, my bad. God damn. We said start the video. Stop yapping, motherfucker. All right, Coco, I got you. All right, chat. Here we go. Also appreciate y'all being here though. Real nigga shit. Anyways, pilots disabled the wrong engine. The Kegworth air disaster from Fascinating Horror. Let's get it.
On the 8th of January 1989, on a flight that had just taken off from London's Heathrow Airport, something went wrong. The aircraft shuddered and smoke filled the cabin. In the cockpit, the crew were quick to act. Their thousands of hours of flight experience allowed them to diagnose the problem: an engine malfunction. They switched off the affected engine and rerouted the aircraft. The smoke cleared. The shuddering ceased. They were confident that they had the emergency under control, but they would soon discover that they had made one small, simple, but fatal mistake.
Okay, I'm sorry. You can't say no shit like that. Like, one small, simple but fatal mistake, and like, no, clearly that wasn't what the fuck happened. I'm sorry, chat. I'm sorry. All right.
British Midland Airways was an airline with a long history. Founded in 1938, it was initially a military institution. Its main business was training Royal Air Force Volunteer Reserve pilots, whose skills became desperately necessary during the years of the Second World War. Once peace returned, the organisation evolved, offering charter flights and carrying freight, before eventually becoming a passenger-carrying airline in the 1950s. By 1956, the company offered multiple domestic flights within the UK and a steadily increasing range of flights to holiday destinations in Europe. Through a series of mergers and acquisitions in the 1960s and 1970s,
Chat, y'all
the company
can say
took
what
on
up.
the name of British Midland Airways and continued to grow, becoming a prominent British airline that would have been a household name at the time. The flight that departed from Heathrow Airport on the 8th of January 1989 was a routine domestic trip from London to Belfast in Northern Ireland, a journey that would normally take just under an hour and a half. The plane in use was a Boeing 737-400, a state-of-the-art aircraft that had just been delivered to British Midland Airways earlier that year. It had spent about 500 hours in the air since then, without any major incident. The crew in the cockpit had considerably more hours in the air than the plane did. The captain was 43-year-old Kevin Hunt with 13,000.
God damn, that's 43.
And the first officer was 39-year-old David McClelland with
that's 39
flight hours. Both were experienced, careful, and capable pilots, but crucially, most of their experience had been on older aircraft. Neither one had spent more than 100 hours in the cockpit of the brand new Boeing 737-400. At 7:52 p.m., with 118 passengers and 6 flight attendants on board, Flight 092 took off smoothly from Heathrow. As it climbed into the sky, however, the plane began to shake violently, and a loud, regular thumping sound was heard. Smoke began streaming in through It's the right one. Captain Hunt shut down the right engine.
I thought
Moments later, the thumping sound stopped and the smell of smoke in the cockpit cleared, confirming to both pilots that they'd made the right decision. To help calm passengers after such an alarming incident, they announced what they had done over the intercom. But what they had done had not solved the problem. The right engine was perfectly functional. It was the left engine that was malfunctioning. First Officer McClelland had been correct in thinking that on almost any other Boeing 737, the smell of smoke in the cockpit would indicate a problem with the right engine. But both pilots were unaware that in the brand new 737-400, air for the cabin was drawn from both engines. This error might have been caught a moment later as Captain Hunt, following established procedure, began to double-check all of their actions during the emergency. However, before he could finish his checks, he was distracted by the need to move the plane to a lower altitude in preparation for their emergency landing. As they brought the plane into land, the pilots demanded more thrust from the left engine, the malfunctioning left engine. It burst into flames and promptly died. Worse still, it was no longer possible to restart the right engine in flight, as the plane was now moving too slowly.
I ain't gonna lie, this whole kind of
Flight
boring.
092 was now entirely without engine power, and barely 300 meters
I ain't
or
gonna
1,000
chat.
feet
It's just shit because
from the ground.
I'm just like, okay.
There
I
was
hear
nothing
you.
left
It's
to
like
do
I
but
hear you,
use
but
the
it's like,
intercom to
bro.
order passengers to assume the brace position and attempt to keep the unpowered aircraft stable as it descended towards the ground.
Am I the only one that's thinking that?
East
Chat,
Midlands
what y'all
Airport
think?
was agonizingly close,
Keep watching it, or
but
then
within
let's find something
seconds
else.
it became clear that they weren't going to make it. Instead, they were going to crash land in one of the worst possible places, on the M1 motorway, one of the busiest roads in the UK. On the road below, at least 2 motorists noticed a bright flare of sparks in the sky above them, and registered the plummeting jet. As it became clear that it was headed not for the airport but for the road, they slowed to a crawl, signalling other traffic to do the same. The plane smashed into the ground at the top of the embankment on the southbound side of the motorway. It ricocheted jarringly into the air before slamming down again on the northbound carriageway and breaking into pieces. Flight 092 came to a halt strewn across the embankment on the southbound side of the road. The actions of drivers on both carriageways, combined with simple good fortune, meant that not a single car was involved in the crash. In the midst of the wreckage, it was a different story. The breaking apart of the aircraft had caused serious injuries to dozens of passengers, with some ranks of seating detaching and becoming crushed against the rows in front. Many passengers had also been injured by falling luggage, as all but one overhead locker had sprung open during the crash. The damaged engine was on fire, but at that moment the fire was not yet spreading. Because of the location of the crash, some of the first people on scene were motorists who had stopped just short of the crash site. A lifeboat crew who happened to be on the way back from an excursion were joined by a group of 8 SAS soldiers, a physiotherapist, a retired Royal Marine, and many other volunteers as they approached the scene. They were greeted by the surreal sight of a uniformed airline steward wandering across the motorway in a daze. It took a moment to realize that he was not a witness to the crash, but instead a person from on board the plane.
I ain't gonna lie, because I'm half interested, but I'm half not.
Miraculously
like,
survived.
bro, this shit is boring.
Nearby, another passenger was still in their seat, but now stuck incongruously in the branches of a tree. The smell of spilled aviation fuel mingled with the smell of spilled food and drink from the aircraft. It was a surreal scene. The volunteers on scene helped the injured as best they could until emergency services arrived. The first firefighters reached the site via an airport access road, before fighting through undergrowth on foot to reach the motorway. As they emerged from the bushes, they were shocked to discover that the crash was real. Several of them had assumed that reports of such a significant crash near such a small airport could only possibly be a training exercise. Every single passenger had sustained an injury, and all but 5 of them were in a serious condition. Passenger Dominica McGowan awoke in the wreckage to find everyone around her unconscious. Despite a broken back and broken pelvis, as well as several other injuries, she freed herself from her seat and crawled to safety. Meanwhile, retired Royal Marine Graham Pearson, who had been driving on the...
No. Cuz dropped that shit casual as the fuck. Despite this, that, and the third, and also this, she was all right. She was able to just, be like, oh, damn, that's crazy. Like, no!
Unconscious. Despite a broken back and broken pelvis, as well as several other injuries, she freed herself from her seat and crawled to safety.
She was all right.
Meanwhile, retired Royal Marine Graham Pearson, who had been driving on the M1 just prior to the crash, entered the broken aircraft and gave first aid to several survivors. He pulled a 7-month-old child out of the wreckage. The boy, Ryan McCallion, survived. His mother, who had shielded him with her body during the crash, did not.
Dang!
Elsewhere, a badly injured man was pulled from the wreckage. Dazed and perhaps joking despite his grievous injuries, he greeted his rescuers and asked if they might consider retrieving his lost duty-free purchases as well. At the front of the aircraft, both pilots had survived, albeit with extremely serious injuries. They were joined by physiotherapist Helen Esplin, who had been driving home from a holiday on the M1 before the crash. She clambered into the cockpit and spent more than 2 hours talking to First Officer John McClelland to keep him conscious while he was extricated from the wreckage. Overnight, dozens of surviving passengers and crew were transported to nearby hospitals, and the fire in the burning engine was brought under control with firefighting foam. By the time the rescue operation concluded, 39 out of 118 passengers had passed away. A further 8 would die in hospital later on as a result of their injuries.
6 minutes, but yeah.
In the aftermath of the crash, an investigation was launched to determine what had gone wrong. Examination of the wreckage revealed that a fan blade in the left-hand engine had broken and been sucked into the engine.
Damn.
This was what had caused the engine malfunction and eventually the engine fire. However, this should have been survivable. The plane had 2 engines and could be landed in an emergency using just one. But instead of doing so, the pilots had, in a moment of confusion, switched off the functional engine.
No.
Not the damaged one.
No.
It was concluded that it was pilot error that had caused the crash.
No.
Surviving passengers and flight attendants from Flight 092 recalled that they had seen that the left engine was smoking and had heard the captain announce that the right engine had been shut down. But nobody had alerted the cockpit to the error. In the case of passengers, they did not believe that they were qualified enough to have any input that would be of use to an airline pilot during an emergency. As one survivor, a bread delivery man, put it in a later interview, "We were thinking, why is he doing that? Because we saw flames coming out of the left engine. But I was only a bread man. What did I know?" Flight attendants, meanwhile, believed that in an emergency situation, their entering the cockpit to provide information or ask for clarification would only be a distraction to the pilots. Around the world, new training for all airline staff reinforced the importance of communication between cabin attendants and pilots, especially during an emergency. It is now normal practice on most airlines for the cabin crew to be able to challenge pilots if they believe a serious mistake has been made. Significant changes were also made to the brace position. By studying the injuries sustained by passengers who had and had not braced, scientists were able to identify several optimizations to the position. For example, instructing passengers to tuck their legs back, place their feet firmly on the floor, and tuck their elbows in. This new, optimized brace position became standard across UK airlines. Both pilots lost their jobs in the aftermath of the crash. They admitted that their mistakes had caused the crash, but also pointed out that it would be valuable for the airline to explore why they had made such mistakes. A number of possible reasons were identified. For example, they had not received any specific training for the new 737-400, and no simulators of this specific aircraft were available anywhere in the UK. Ex-First Officer McClelland was later paid an out-of-court settlement for unfair dismissal. A memorial bearing the names of all those who died in the crash now stands in the cemetery in Kegworth, the nearest village to the crash site. It marks a disaster caused by a single, simple mistake, but a mistake that, with the right training and the right systems, should never be repeated.
Well, yeah. Range Rover, right? Because you know what? Yeah. You always want to do what y'all want to do. It's fine. Do it. But you know what? You know what? Child celebrities who have terrible lives. Let's go. And it's a Sunny V2 video, and then after that, we can watch why Sunny V2 was forced to leave YouTube, apparently, which I don't understand what the fuck that's about. We may not, though. I don't know. It depends. Let's see. We can try one more horror video, but kind of did rub me the wrong way. I ain't gonna hold you.
Cover 6 child stars who had a terrible life after fame, and we're going to begin by talking about Jake Lloyd, who played Anakin Skywalker in Star Wars The Phantom Menace. Jake was chosen to play Anakin from 3,000 potential candidates and would perform so well in the billion-dollar movie that he won the best performance in a feature film for an actor under the age of 10. While this might have implied that Jake had a promising film career ahead of him, he'd appear in only one more movie after Star Wars before announcing his acting retirement at the age of 12, explaining that he was bullied heavily as a result of the role. My entire school life was really a living hell, and I had to do up to 60 interviews a day. Other children were really mean to me. They would make the sound of the lightsaber every time they saw me, with this kind of harassment even continuing into Jake's high school and college experience.
You know how they can be in high school. They're so charming and intelligent. College has been similar. They wouldn't let it go.
In other interviews, Jake had been warned about the common path taken by child celebrities.
Child stars have had a bit of a reputation that they turn to, a life of drugs, so may the force be with you.
Oh, well, thank you.
Yet this advice seemed to have no impact, as his life began to go downhill beginning in 2015. Jake Lloyd has schizophrenia, stopped taking his medication, and attacked his mother. Indianapolis police were called to the home of Lloyd's mother, Lisa. She said the 26-year-old showed up and yelled at her, saying she ruined his life. Lloyd allegedly knocked her down when she wouldn't let him in the house, and stomped her 3 or 4 times, causing bruises and abrasions. He was gone by the time the police showed up, and she didn't press charges. Only 3 months later, Jake Lloyd found himself in a high-speed police chase, after which he'd be arrested for reckless driving, driving without a license, and resisting arrest, resulting in 10 months jail time in a psychiatric facility. 2 years after this, Jake's 26-year-old sister Madison died unexpectedly in her sleep, prompting the mother to release a statement regarding Jake's well-being. Jake has been diagnosed with paranoid schizophrenia, but unfortunately he also has a symptom called anosognosia, which causes a lack of insight into his illness. This only adds to the struggle he faces, which has been very difficult after the tragic loss of his younger sister Madison. He has moved closer to his family, and we are all working hard to help him with this. He is still a kind and caring person, and we hope to have him back to his fun and entertaining self as soon as possible. Jake will continue to make progress with the love and support you continue to show.
Chat. Okay. Bear with me for a second. What if that was on some, hey, we trying to control you, we trying to keep you, fenced off just enough to where we can cipher your money, and to where the public is just like, oh, okay, we gonna get you. Like we get you, we see you, you know what I'm saying? Them two barriers, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what if it was something like that? Like, would y'all believe that? Like, if he said it was like that, would you believe him? Would you not? Because I ain't gonna hold you. I feel like y'all would not believe that nigga. You wouldn't, bro. You wouldn't. And that's the crazy shit. When you get famous like that and you have somebody come in and be like, hey guys, he just needed some milk. He's fine. Everything's fine. He's gonna be out here every Tuesday at 6 o'clock. Like, just some shit like that, bro. Like, I really don't trust. That's why, like, I want to do shit by myself. So that means if you don't hear from me, that means there is a fucking problem. I don't want nobody to get so prominent around me that they can, like, feel that they can speak for me and what the fuck I'm trying to do. Like, no, never that. Never that. No, no, sir, no, ma'am. I can't. I won't. I shan't. Like, no, fuck that. So yeah, it's just one of the things I'm like, what if? What if? We never know.
Which is promising when compared to the life of Edward Furlong.
Wow.
After playing John Connor in The Terminator 2, Furlong began to mess with drugs, stating, "Hollywood effed me up, man. Lots of money and lots of free coke will turn anybody into a cokehead," with this addiction resulting in his first arrest for drugs.
Whoa, hold on. Now, what you ain't finna do is get away with that statement, lots of money and lots of coke. Lots of money, yeah. And even then, you can have the mental capacity or the peace to not do that shit. But lots of money, yeah, definitely would have got me. But lots of free coke, not so much, my guy. No, not letting that slide. I didn't had coke offered to me, and I'm fucking. My life is not grand at all. It is bullshit. It's my shit, and I fuck with it heavy. But I'm just saying, essentially, from where he was when that happened to him, and where I am when it happened to me, it's levels to that shit. Like, yeah, he probably would have definitely jumped on that shit had he been at my level. But me, I got the mental fortitude to not do that. Like, no, bro, no. Give me my weed, let me get high, and yeah, I'm good. Like, I'm straight. So yeah, that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Like, that's it. That is just one of them things. Like, don't just be like, oh, Hollywood did this XYZ. Like, I get. Hey, there is some shady sides to Hollywood. I have not personally been, but I feel in my spirit and my soul there are some shady sides to Hollywood, and I understand that. But you ain't finna just be like bluntly just this, that, and the third, and well, it was in front of me, so I'm like, man, why not? Like, no, nigga, you chose that. You chose that. I'm sorry. Unpopular opinion, and I ain't saying this like in a sense like fuck you or some shit like that, but I'm just saying, just bro, like when it comes to healing, like you got to be 100 with yourself. Like, bro, you were peer pressured. You allowed yourself to be peer pressured, or either you was just curious and you just did the shit. Like, one way or another, I don't know. That's on you to figure out like how you did that shit. It's not on me. So yeah.
driving under the influence without a license. Furlong attended rehab as a result of the incident and was able to stay sober for a number of years. However, by 2009, at the age of 32, he was back in the news for punching his girlfriend whilst on drugs. 3 years later, Furlong was arrested again, this time for domestic abuse against his new girlfriend, resulting in a further 6 months in prison, where he'd pick up a meth addiction, although this story actually has somewhat of a happy ending. In July 2022, Furlong announced that he had gotten his teeth fixed, was taking better care of himself, and had been sober for over 4 years.
I'm much happier now, man. I mean, it feels so good
Extra audio.
at least be doing the best you can.
Although this kind of happy ending has been unavailable to Drake Bell, who's
Hi, cuz how he keep transitioning from one part to the next. It's like, cause like, nigga, God, bro, this is funny as fuck. I ain't gonna hold you, but he transitioning like a motherfucker, bro. All right, hold on, bro. Oh shit, my bad. I feel like them clothes might be done. All right, chat, let go.
life has only gotten worse every single year since he starred in Drake and Josh. In 2014, approximately 7 years after the show came to an end, Drake Bell announced that he was filing for bankruptcy, causing a foreclosure on his $2 million mansion. 1 year later, in 2015, he'd be jailed for 4 days as a result of driving under the influence. However, the real drama didn't begin until mid-2020, when his ex-girlfriend would upload a video on TikTok, making some pretty severe accusations.
Imagine the worst type of verbal abuse you could ever imagine, and that was what I got. It then turned into physical, hitting, throwing, everything. At the pinnacle of it, he drugged me down.
God damn, she was digging deep and that truth. And speaking of, what does this thing say? This is my truth. I hope this message reaches young girls and that no one has to go through what I did. 2020 survivor. I see this happened in 2020 or around that time type shit. So damn.
The stairs of our house in Los Feliz, my face hit every step on the way down.
Drake Bell would defend himself by stating, "I never abused my ex-girlfriend or did so many of the other things Melissa falsely claimed on her TikTok video. Unfortunately, we both called each other terrible names, as often happens when couples are breaking up, but that is it." Although this response most certainly didn't put an end to the drama, as there was even bigger trouble just around the corner. An article titled "Drake Bell's Alleged Victim Accuses Him of Grooming" explained that he was embroiled in a legal battle for engaging in a relationship with a 15-year-old girl back in 2017. Things became even worse when footage of the trial was uploaded to YouTube.
How do you plead to count 2, disseminating matter harmful to juveniles, first-degree misdemeanor?
Guilty.
Let the record reflect the defendant has pled guilty. The court accepts that plea.
And while he would plead guilty to child endangerment, Drake Bell would then take to his Instagram to insinuate that he hadn't done anything wrong.
Don't believe the media if these claims were remotely true. My situation would be very different. I would not be here at home with my wife and my son.
Despite finishing by stating that he was at home with his wife, this relationship would last only 1 more year, as in January 2023, on top of everything that had already happened, Drake Bell announced that he was also getting a divorce. Considering he's acted in only 2 productions since 2020, it's safe to say that Drake Bell's reputation is pretty much finished, although he's not the only Nickelodeon actor with a spot in this video, as the life of Amanda Bynes has descended into an even worse.
That's what she looks like now? Bro. Okay. Oh my God. Yo. That's not what's up. Dude. No. No. Okay. The picture already on the left looks like a picture that would be like older for real. So it's just one of them things like, but when you shift from the left to the right, it's like, oh my gentle Jesus. She got like a shitty heart. Like, bro, what the fuck? Like, bro, what are you doing? Dead ass. What do you want from me? Like, bro, come on. Tighten up. Like, she was funny as fuck to me. Like, it was a different type of funny. Like, it wasn't like the average, like, I don't know. It was, she's just, I don't know. It was just how she, like, her swagger, like, how she executed shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm a nigga that you give me a script or something, I promise you, I feel like I will be able to go kill that shit. I mean, maybe I could, maybe I can't, but the type of nigga I am, I'm gonna believe in myself. So yeah, I'll say I can. But damn, these two comparisons, bro, no.
Version of hell. Despite having one of the most famous faces throughout the 2000s, Amanda Bynes would announce her retirement from acting in 2010, stating that being an actress isn't as fun as it may seem. If I don't love something anymore, I stop doing it. I don't love acting anymore, so I've stopped doing it. I know 24 is a young age to retire, but you heard it here first. She'd gone on to state that the retirement was because I literally couldn't stand my appearance in Easy A and I didn't like my performance. I was absolutely convinced that I needed to stop acting after seeing it. However, this is where things began to go downhill rapidly. In 2012, 2 years after retiring, she was charged with driving under the influence and hit and run on 2 separate occasions. 2 years after this, she'd be charged with driving under the influence again, with her court appearance displaying a significant...
Whoa. Okay. Bro. Is giving Jungle Girl. And yeah, I need you to, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna need you to, you know, need you to be good. Need you to be good. Okay.
Physical decline from just 2 years prior. In the process, Amanda would take to Twitter to call Michelle and Barack Obama ugly before stating that she and her parents were no longer speaking, which accompanied some absolutely wild accusations about her father, including the statement that he had put a microchip in her brain. After driveway, Amanda was put in a mental hospital, after which her parents were accusations about her father. Amanda would take to Twitter to call Michelle physical decline. She was charged with driving under the influence. I literally couldn't stand my appearance in as the life of Amanda Bynes has descended into an even worse version of hell. Despite having one of the most famous faces throughout the 2000s, Amanda Bynes would announce her retirement from acting in 2010, stating that being an actress isn't as fun as it may seem. If I don't love something anymore, I stop doing it. I don't love acting anymore, so I've stopped doing it. I know 24 is a young age to retire, but you heard it here first. She'd go on to state that the retirement was because I literally couldn't stand my appearance in Easy A and I didn't like my performance. I was absolutely convinced that I needed to stop acting after seeing it. However, this is where things began to go downhill rapidly. In 2012, 2 years after retiring, she was charged with driving under the influence and hit and run on 2 separate occasions. 2 years after this, she'd be charged with driving under the influence again, with her court appearance displaying a significant physical decline from just 2 years prior. In the process, Amanda would take to Twitter to call Michelle and Barack Obama ugly before stating that she and her parents were no longer speaking, which accompanied some absolutely wild accusations about her father, including the statement that he had put a microchip in her brain. After she'd also set fire to a driveway, Amanda was put in.
Okay, hold on. Whoa. Shit. We gotta see. Hold on. What the fuck? Okay, my dad never did any of those things. The microchip in my brain made me say those things, but he's the one that ordered them to microchip me. Wait, what? My dad never did any of those things. The microchip in my brain made me say those things, but he's the one that ordered them to microchip me. Uh, uh, what? We. Okay, shit. Okay.
Statement that he had put a microchip in her brain. After she'd also set fire to a driveway, Amanda was put in a mental hospital, after which her parents were given.
How? I'm sorry. I know y'all probably like, bro, stop the fucking pause, but how do you set fire to a driveway? How? Like, I, uh, one of them things, bro. It's one of them things, bro.
Legal ownership over her $5 million estate, as Amanda has been spending large amounts of her savings. It has been reported that she's recently made extensive purchases as gifts from jewelry stores such as Cartilages. Amanda Bynes was diagnosed with bipolar disorder and would attempt to get her life back on track by enrolling in fashion school. However, she was kicked out only 10 months later for showing up high and arguing with her classmates. In 2018, people assumed that she was back to her normal self, as Amanda showed up in magazines looking like this. However, within a year, she'd gotten face tattoos and checked into Alcoholics Anonymous, where she'd meet her new boyfriend who, according to Amanda, had just as many problems as her. In October 2022, she'd make another attempt at fixing her life by enrolling in cosmetic school, yet only 5 months later in March 2023, she was sent to a mental hospital once again, as she was found roaming the streets of Los Angeles without any clothes on. Then there was Orlando Brown, whose role as Eddie Thomas on That's So Raven ended with an equally terrible.
I'm not gonna hold you. They be rolling into this. They roll into this so heavy. Like, it's mad crazy that they can do this. I ain't gonna lie. But yeah, let's get to it. Orlando Brown is up next. You know, we looking at child celebrities who have terrible lives. Like, I feel like Orlando Brown probably is doing a little better because I've seen like little things here and there. But I mean, yeah, I don't know. Let's see.
Life. After the show came to an end in 2007, Orlando began to focus on music, during which his life was kept fairly private until he'd enter news headlines approximately 9 years later. Between February and March 2016, Brown was arrested on 2 separate occasions on charges of domestic violence, obstruction of justice, drug possession with the intent to sell, and possession of contraband in jail. In February 2016, cops claimed he struck his then girlfriend in the parking lot of a police station and was found by officers to be and get clean before discussing his experience on the No Jumper podcast.
I had 2-year binge of something that I should have never, ever indulged in.
Meth?
Yes, those situations, man, they will never happen again based off of the fact that where I'm trying to go.
And while he'd end his statement by stating that those situations will never happen again, Orlando was back in the news approximately 7 months later in December 2022 after threatening a family member with a hammer. He's currently undertaking a psychiatric assessment to see if he's eligible for pleading insanity. Yet the most tragic story of child fame without a doubt comes from Judy Garland, who played Dorothy Gale in The Wizard of Oz at the age of 16. Whilst filming the movie, she was prescribed amphetamines to keep up with the production's grueling schedule, as well as barbiturates to help her sleep when the day was finally over. The studio also required Judy to stay incredibly thin, feeding her nothing but soup and lettuce leaves whilst on set, which she'd explained led to a poor self-image. By the time The Wizard of Oz was finished, she was being prescribed amphetamines from 4 different doctors to keep her weight down and her mood up, although this lifestyle began to catch up to her.
Drugs, getting up late, coming in late to work, and it turned into a nightmare for everybody concerned.
She'd be fired from 3 different movies for intoxication and was constantly in the news for being completely broke. Her kids stated that the family couldn't even afford food at times, which accompanied angry slurred messages about being paid for work.
These weren't delusions. She was broke when she recorded this, and not movie star down to my last Rolls Royce broke, homeless broke. No money to buy food broke.
By the time Judy Garland was in her 40s, she looked about 15 years older, had been divorced 5 different times, and was performing in a New York bar for $100 per night. While Judy Garland maintained that she had never done anything wrong in her entire life,
the only mistake I ever did, the only harm I ever did was sing Over the Rainbow.
She would die of an overdose at the age of 47 on the exact same drug that she was prescribed during The Wizard of Oz, with her estate being worth a measly $40,000.
Did you hear about Wonder Man? I need to be in this movie.
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down.
Hold on, we gonna watch this, but I gotta pee, so yeah, you go piss real quick. I'll be back, chat. Appreciate y'all being here with me though, like real nigga shit. I ain't gonna hold you, like definitely blessed. Yeah. Okay. So we got the top 10 things to know before watching Wonder Man. And did I like this before I left? Or was it already on here? I honestly don't know. That is. Yeah. So. Okay. Yeah. Anyways. Okay. All right. Rebecca's on, so we straight with that. If you know, you know. If you don't, you don't. Clearly, you don't be fucking with Watch Mojo for real. Yeah, which I do, but only with certain people, and Rebecca is one of them. So yeah, here we go. About to look at this shit.
Down our picks for the facts and lore about Marvel's Simon Williams, aka Wonder Man, before watching him debut in the MCU's Wonder Man miniseries. Beware of possible
Which is out now.
I'm gonna
by
need
the
you
way.
to sign this.
It's already out.
To confirm you don't have superpowers?
Yeah.
Number 10. Tony Stark kinda created Wonder Man. In the MCU, Tony has had a hand in creating several villains, either directly or indirectly. This includes Baron Zemo, Mysterio, and Ultron.
Ultron. In the flesh. Or no, not yet. Not this Christmas. But I'm ready. I'm on mission.
Well, main comics Tony can relate to his counterpart as he created Wonder Man in 1964. Simon's family owned the munitions firm Williams Innovations. After he took over the business, it began to falter, which was made worse when Stark Industries transformed into a business powerhouse and eclipsed them.
I'm not gonna let you do this. Do you hear me, Stark? I'm not gonna let you destroy my entire life!
Destroy? What? No, wait, Simon. Simon! Let me... explain.
Desperate to save the family legacy, Simon is encouraged by his brother Eric to embezzle funds to avoid bankruptcy. However, it didn't work and Simon was arrested.
I don't know much
This
about
led to the
Wonder Man.
Enchantress
I ain't gonna hold
working
you.
with the Masters of Evil, paying his bail and offering to
So we
give him
both learned.
superpowers, which Simon accepted.
I have brought you back. I've given you life in exchange for one simple task. Destroy the Avengers.
Number 9. Death debut. With Simon agreeing to the Enchantress's offer, she took him to Baron Zemo, who had a dastardly plan. Desperate to get revenge on Tony Stark, Simon would get powers and then infiltrate the Avengers to bring them down. However, there was a catch. Zemo claimed the rays used to give Simon powers were fatal, and only he had the antidote. With the mantle of Wonder Man, Simon followed the plan. However, with the Avengers being all lovely and offering to save his life, Simon helped the heroes. However, he succumbed to the poisoning in the same issue in which he debuted, Avengers number 9. Following his quick demise, beyond brief resurrections, Simon wasn't returned to life until 1976. Number 8. The DC lawsuit. One of the reasons for Wonder Man being put on ice for so long seemingly stems from the fury of comic rival DC. According to Marvel legend Stan Lee, who helped create Simon, DC issued a lawsuit against the company for creating Wonder Man, believing it was infringing on their copyright with Wonder Woman. As such, Lee agreed to remove Simon from the playing field. Yet he was in for a surprise when DC debuted the character Power Girl in 1976, shortly after Marvel's Luke Cage had taken on the name of Power Man. As such, Wonder Man was brought back into the 616 fold with no retaliation from DC. Number 7. Trevor Slattery's involvement. While fans hated the reveal that the Mandarin was actually performed by actor Trevor in 2013's Iron Man 3, the character has since become beloved in the franchise.
My name's Trevor Slattery.
What are you? What are you, decoy? You're a double, right?
The MCU achieved this by morphing Trevor into a comedy role as a parody of an unsuccessful actor when he returned in 2021's Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings.
Who are you?
Trevor Slattery, the actor from Liverpool. Wait, are you the governor's kids?
With Simon having a long history in the same industry, more on that later, Trevor is set to be a focal point in the new Wonder Man series as the duo become allies in the acting arena.
This is the role. It's everything. If I get this close and I miss,
We all have our fingers and toes crossed that Morris follows Trevor to Hollywood. Number 6. Pacifist Man. Typically, superheroes are all about fighting baddies with surreal powers, fists, or whatever they have lying around. Yet not Simon. At least not modern Wonder Man. Following a mental health crisis when he believed the Avengers were causing more problems than solving them, Simon decided he would be a pacifist. Despite this, he still accepted the offer to join the Avengers Unity Division, which was a PR team showing mutant and Avenger togetherness. It was an interesting dynamic to read how the comic creators would deal with a character in a team that doesn't fight. Instead of attacking, Simon would use his vast powers to play defense as he preached pacifist ideals by quoting Martin Luther King Jr. and Mahatma Gandhi. Number 5. Villainous Brother. Considering Eric's advice to stop their family business from going under was to convince Simon to do crime, that probably shows that he's not a good egg. And he isn't. Instead, Eric was involved with a crime syndicate and took on the villainous alter ego of the Grim Reaper following Simon's first demise.
Where's my brother? Or is the Great Wonder Man afraid to face me? Fry them.
With most of his abilities coming from technology and later getting some mystical ones, Eric, best known for his trademark scythe arm, was a thorn in the Avengers, Simon's, and Vision's sides. Yet that hasn't stopped him from perishing and coming back to life as much as Simon.
No need to panic, everyone. I've got a note from my doctor.
We might get to see the live-action Scythe when Eric is portrayed by Demetrius Gross in the Wonder Man series. Number 4. Yahya Abdul-Mateen II's comic history. Live-action adaptations of comic books can take some time for actors to get used to.
What should the audience expect from Wonder Man?
Guess you just have to wait and see.
Thankfully for Wonder Man, Simon is played by Abdul-Mateen, who has vast experience in the genre. Before he crossed the Rubicon to Marvel, Abdul-Mateen was at DC playing the villain Black Manta in 2018's Aquaman and its 2023 sequel,
I'm not gonna
Aquaman
lie,
and the
I would
Lost
be
Kingdom.
the same way. I would do some shit with Aquaman, and I would do some shit like with
Are you really telling me you want to walk away?
You know what I'm saying?
Abdul-Mateen
Being
reportedly
Wonder
described
Man,
his
like,
Aquaman
I really
role as,
would,
quote,
dude.
clown work when comparing
Bro,
it to more
like,
dramatic roles.
why not?
Something which he had to, quote, get
Especially
over
if
when
I
taking
got a
on the
window
role.
for it.
Yet regardless of that,
jumping
it did
over.
not stop him from signing on to play Cal
I'm
Abar
getting
in
a
the
check.
2019 TV show Watchmen, where he was later revealed to
And I'm a
be Dr.
fucking
Manhattan.
nerd.
I'm Dr.
So
Manhattan.
yes, obviously doing that shit.
You're dubious.
Period.
Oh, I'm not dubious. I'm just wondering why the actual Dr. Manhattan is wearing a Dr. Manhattan mask.
I don't want to be recognized.
Number 3. Vision Connection. While in the MCU, Vision was created with Tony's AI Jarvis. In the comics, it was a different story. Ultron used computer programming and human brain patterns to form Vision's core being. The human sample turned out to be Simon's. This is what triggered the failure of Ultron's plan to use Vision to destroy the Avengers, as the android joined the heroes instead, just like Simon. However, this fact caused Eric to despise Vision, who saw the hero as an imposter to his brother. Simon, on the other hand, while it has been frosty between them, essentially sees the Vision as his brother. This connection has led to speculation that Simon may be involved in fully restoring the MCU's Vision. Number 2. Movie Star. As the 2026 Wonder Man show will depict, Simon is an actor.
My name is Simon Williams. I'm Trevor Slattery. And this is Wonder Man.
Yet, as we've mentioned already, the comics version wasn't initially a Hollywood star. In 1978, after being dropped as an Avenger, Simon decided a new venture was needed. Inspired by going to the movies with Beast, he decided to try acting. Slowly but surely, Simon began rising up the acting ranks, finding work on a children's TV show and as a stunt performer, all during stints in the Avengers and the West Coast Avengers. It wasn't all great though, as Wonder Man's ego grew rapidly. Yet eventually, he managed to achieve A-list status after publicly admitting to his embezzlement. Apparently, in this circumstance, crime can pay off in the long run.
How'd you get into acting?
My grandma.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she was the one who noticed that I just had a thing for reaching out and touching the human heart. Also, she was a huge, powerful movie producer, and she made them put me in movies.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. Ionic Energy Powers. Simon might be one of the underdog powerhouses in Marvel.
Simon, what have you done?
You should be more worried about what I'm going to do.
Rogue made the error of underestimating Simon when she borrowed his power and accidentally killed Eric. Filled to the brim with ionic energy, Simon is one of the strongest around. After all, his strength is often compared to Thor's. Alongside superhuman speed, stamina, and reflexes, Simon has been known to fly and fire off energy blasts. Yet one of his most impressive powers is that he's essentially immortal. As such, he doesn't require food, water, sleep, or even oxygen to survive. Other powers Simon once used include teleportation, shapeshifting, size alteration, and the ability to make energy constructs.
You're able to expand the ionic energy. That's amazing!
If the Wonder Man series even scratches the surface of his abilities, we're in for a treat. What other obscure Marvel character do you think desperately needs some live-action content? Let us know in the
Let you know in the comments and blah blah blah. Okay, it was good though. I ain't gonna hold you. It was nice. All right, shit. Now let's see. Okay, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Why Sunny B2 was forced to leave YouTube? Is it one of them things? Also, can I maybe okay, we got yeah, it was 2 hours. Yeah, so give me a sec, chat. Let me see what's going on with this over here. Yeah, cause ain't nobody commented, but yeah, let me see what's going on. All right, so yeah. Hmm. Yeah. Hey, I ain't gonna hold you. Be right back, chat. I was really coming with the pink hair. Okay, shit. Okay, all right. Bro, whoa. How I lose views like that? For real? It's like that? Chat. Chat. Don't do me like that, bro. Don't do your boy. Reload. Okay, I'm fucking up shit. Yeah, y'all see me with the food? Yeah. Don't judge me, bro. Or do. Shit, I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. Bro, chill. What the fuck is going on right now? How is it not? Bro. What the fuck? So look, why Sunny V2 uh then left. Why Sunny V2 then left motherfucking YouTube.
I've had all these ideas over the last few months where I'm like, damn, I really want to do that,
Hold
but
on.
I can't.
Whoa, because I don't understand what the fuck going on right here. Because we literally just watched the video with his ass. I need a fork though. So, about to again. Okay. Bet. All right. You gonna hold you? Yeah. I ain't gonna hold you. I might have to end stream because I might have to take shit. How much cheese I done got? I'm not gonna lie, because there's some good ass cheese. And that's right, today's cheese brought to you by Moe's. Ain't gonna hold you, chat. I'm with the shits now. All right, so let's try to. All right, bet that. Great. So why Sonny V2 was forced to leave YouTube? We ain't gonna get this one a like, just what I'm saying, right off the bite like that, because I want to understand why. Like, wait, what's going on? Like, what you mean forced to leave YouTube, huh? Like, that's crazy. That's some random shit. I be watching a lot of his videos. I don't know if y'all do, chat, but yeah, here we go. We about to go and get to it. Hold on. How we got on here? Oh, just 3. All right, that's straight. What up, chat? Y'all can comment too. It's straight. Let's go.
Because I feel like it doesn't follow the trend of my channel. But from what I've experienced, and as cliche as it sounds, just don't give up. Just keep posting videos.
Chat, hold on. All right. You always got to thank the creator. Yeah, I mean, life could be so much worse. Like I'm spiritual. I'm not religious. I'm spiritual. But like, you always got to thank the creator though. Like, real nigga shit.
And I've had all these ideas over the last few months where I'm like, damn, I really want to do that, but I can't because I feel like it doesn't follow the trend of my channel. But from what I've experienced, and as cliche as it sounds, just don't give up. Just keep posting videos over and over and over and have people say this sucks over and over and over, which will happen. Then get 0 views over and over and over. Then if you push through the crap for long enough, you will eventually get good enough to post a video that actually gets a few views. Then look into it, step outside of yourself and ask why that video did better. How did the algorithm favor it? Was it the click-through rate? Was it the watch time? Did people comment on it more than usual? Then take that information and change your content based on what you've learned.
It has been 5 months since SunnyV2 has posted onto his YouTube channel. So the biggest question that has been asked either in his comment section or online is what happened to him and why has he stopped uploading to YouTube? Now, if you don't know who SunnyV2 is, well, he's a YouTuber with over 4 million subscribers. And for a while, he's posted at least once a week. These videos at first were documentaries on some of the craziest internet personalities and some of the YouTube greats. And these videos were honestly great. SunnyV2's oldest videos were some of my favorites of all time, and was one of the biggest, if not the biggest reasons for why I started my channel to begin with. His cadence was great, and it was a different type of vibe compared to other videos that were posted around that same time. It's crazy to think that it's been 5 years roughly from the first time SunnyV2 uploaded this style of content to his channel. See, this wasn't Sunny's first time posting to YouTube. It wasn't like he hit the jackpot the first time he ever posted to the platform. This channel and his online personality was years in the making. There are tons of videos that show SunnyV2 and his first channel called Might of Sun, where he played RuneScape, so I won't look at it that much, but SunnyV2 did send me his now private 100k special video a few years back, so I'll play a little bit of it now.
5,000 subscribers, thank you guys so much, I appreciate that.
What's the old saying? It takes 20 years to become an overnight success. But you've just got to stick at it.
When I first started YouTube 5 years ago, I didn't really know what to expect. So when Jemmy Harry asked on my recent Q&A post, when you started YouTube, what was your goal? I had to cast my mind back and really think hard. I don't really think I had a goal when I started YouTube. I'll set the scene for you. I was an 18-year-old lad who had just recently finished school. I took a year off after finishing school to figure out what I wanted to do before university, which basically means having loads of free time and nothing to do. At the time, I was playing the game RuneScape. I had all this free time and I was playing the game anyway, so I thought, why not start making some videos? So I decided to start my very first YouTube channel called Might of Sun. And to answer Chossa's question, it was created on the 22nd of May 2015. I uploaded the video New Things Are Coming Boys on the 24th of October 2019, where I explained that I was no longer enjoying the game anymore and I wanted to make videos on other topics.
And I've had all these ideas over the last few months where I'm like, damn, I really want to do that, but I can't because I feel like it doesn't follow the trend of my channel.
I'd been watching a lot of psychology and self-help stuff over the 2 years previous and wanted to combine some of my knowledge with a creative video style, so I began uploading random self-improvement type videos. However, since my audience was quite young from the Fortnite days, they didn't really relate to the new content and the views started dropping again. But I wasn't prepared to give up yet. I'd been through years of getting no views previously, so it's not like I wasn't accustomed to being a nobody. However, when I posted the video Boogie2988, the worst mindset on YouTube, I actually got some views. I then made a similar video on Wings of Redemption which got way more views than average, and I figured I was probably onto something here.
Before this style of content took off, he dipped his toes in a few other genres until he finally landed on something that sparked interest in his videos and in his community. And that interest being documentaries. I think it's because of COVID, but in 2021, rise and fall videos, especially on the YouTube platform, completely blew up. And so did Sunny V2's channel, along with mine and others. The editing for his videos were simplistic, never being too overly polished, and it was slow-paced, which made the videos enjoyable to watch instead of the fast-paced, overstimulating editing that some of these videos have today. Pair that up with background music that honestly was a banger, and you get a viral video. Over the years, Sunny V2 has evolved into a huge channel that not only looks at different creators, but he also expanded into looking at other forms of content. It's always good to evolve, and Sunny V2 did it successfully. The video quality just got better and better, and within a few months, Sunny V2 was over 1 million subscribers on YouTube. Now, the preference, me and Lachlan, aka Sunny V2, were, I'd say, friends. We'd chat on Discord and we'd speak about thumbnails or how to become better YouTubers and provide more for our communities. It was honestly great, and it was definitely a mentor that I could look towards because he was so influential to his community. It was to a point where people who used to do terrible things on the internet started to look at what they're doing that could be considered terrible, because Sunny V2 almost transformed the internet to be on their P's and Q's and not do bad things. So yes, we would talk on Discord about different ways we could improve in our communities, and he was somebody that I could look towards to give me some of the answers that I was looking for. But then the bad would happen. A few months after talking to Lachlan about me making a video on his rise to success, he'd post a video that at the time was controversial. Even still now is kind of controversial. The video was about Ava Chris Tyson, and I'm sure you know where I'm going about, like with this video, and how she will become a negative impact on Mr. Beast and his brand. At the time, everyone was up in arms about the video because they felt like Lachlan was saying that because Ava Chris Tyson was transitioning, that she would be a bad impact on Mr. Beast. People called Lachlan transphobic, and to be completely honest, to me, if you weren't a commenter and you were just somebody making videos on the situation, it was a dog pile. Everybody made videos on this situation. Everyone within the community posted videos about the situation, and it was pretty disappointing to see people who once praised Sunny V2 and his channel and actually took inspiration for their own channel completely turning on him. Sunny V2 never responded to anything that was said about him, and some people liked that, but some people didn't like that as well because they could have at least given an apology. And honestly, it kind of seemed like he didn't need to, because a couple months after that, then some terrible allegations came out about Mr. Beast and Ava Chris Tyson that turned out to be true. And now Ava Chris Tyson is off the internet altogether. But then after that, every single commenter went back to Sunny V2's original video and commented, how did he know? And I'm pretty sure I saw some videos as well that were like, oh yeah, how did Sunny know? But that switch up from the community had to have a lasting impact on his feeling towards other creators within this niche. It showed that there are no friends in this genre, and the moment that someone may have a bad take or misinterpret a situation, people will start to make content just for views and money. Regardless, Lachlan, after that moment, stopped responding to Discord chats and pretty much just focused on posting YouTube videos, and he'd eventually hit 4 million subscribers and would keep on growing. But then in March of 2025, Lachlan posted his last video ever onto his channel. Well, up to this point. The video was titled, How Microtransactions Destroyed Plants vs. Zombies. What seemed like a regular upload for Sunny V2 turned into a disappearance from his community without saying a word. When a week went by and there was no new upload from Sunny V2, people just felt like he was taking a vacation. But when it became 2 months, people were worried about him and what happened to him. Now, there are no official reports about what happened to his channel, just speculation and rumors. Some that are way more valid than others. People on Reddit noted that Sunny V2 lost the community tab on his channel page, which could be only taken away or turned off by YouTube themselves, by either a guideline strike or being completely demonetized. This was a huge speculation, but one that seemed the most popular out of all the opinions, and one that made the most sense. Sadly, Sunny V2 doesn't respond to stuff that happens on his channel, so the chances of us actually finding out what happened are slim to none, unless he makes a video telling everybody where he's been. On Reddit, someone wrote, "Demonetized. The post feature only goes away when a channel has violated multiple guidelines, and it's likely that he's been fully demonetized." Considering he never did sponsors or anything, Sunny's primary source of revenue was from views alone. Therefore, this is probably what's causing his temporary or permanent inactivity. I also wanted to note that his channel banner has changed to what looks like closed curtains. Now, again, I could be reaching with this, but I'm pretty sure the banner that he had on there a couple months ago when I kept checking up on him was one that just said subscribe. So to see this blue banner that looks like curtains that are closed, it does seem like he could be retiring either just for this small period of time, like kind of saying like the curtain's closed. But again, I'm not sure exactly what happened, but I do know that Sunny V2 just wouldn't leave his community or leave his channel just without saying anything. It's not like he would just stop uploading one day. And looking into out of this world rumors online won't help solve the mystery of what happened to his channel. Like, some of these rumors that I saw were kind of crazy theories, and some of them are on Reddit where they would say that Lachlan was captured by Scientologists for the video that he made before the Plants vs. Zombies video, or that EA finally got him because he made the video on EA and their microtransactions. I mean, it could have been that they flagged his content and you tried to appeal it because naturally you tried to appeal it and for some reason lost, which means that he should be back soon, at least within a year. But regardless, Sunny V2 helped pioneer the documentary genre. Love him or hate him, you cannot deny the fact that he had an impact on the videos you watch today. Whether it be the pacing or visual effects, Sunny V2 is a big reason why the community flourished. I'd like to say that even if Lachlan had a terrible take with the Ava Chris Tyson situation, I feel like others in the community only made videos on the situation because they wanted the revenue from it. It also showed me that there are only a few true friends within the community, but the moment you have a bad take, then the people you thought were your friends will completely switch up on you. It's sad because Sunny V2 was a genuinely nice person who at the time reached out to me and others within the community when I had a fraction of the subscribers that he had. He didn't have to reach out to me at all, but he did it even though he was this huge channel at the time. And it was nice to see that type of influencer because he didn't have an ego. He didn't think that he was bigger than anybody else. But what do you think about Sunny V2 and do you miss his content? Let me know in the comments down below. While you're down there, please leave a like and subscribe to my channel. Also check out my wife's channel as well. Thank you all so much for watching and I will see you in the next video.
Y'all can comment. Yeah. Y'all can comment. That shit. Please comment. Concrete. Yeah. No. Never feel it. No, I ain't gonna do that though. But yeah. Disney Channel stars who ruined their careers. Let's talk about it.
This video is sponsored by Surfshark.
No, fuck all that. Look, hold on, chat. Let me throw this shit away. Cause I ain't gonna hold you. I put this shit up. So I ain't gonna hold you. I do want some more of this shit. Damn, this shit was good as fuck. I'm not gonna hold you, bro. All right, but I'm done. I mean, it was already done, but bro, I'm fat as fuck. Fuck you. What do you want from me? Yeah, give me a sec. Let me put this whole down, and then we're gonna watch this video. Get to that shit. I appreciate y'all coming through. Y'all can comment too, you know what I'm saying? Like, damn, y'all ain't gotta damn just fucking be quiet and shit. Y'all can say something. Hold on, Chet. I'm still not. I'm not back yet. I know it look like I'm back, but I ain't. And I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. All right, so yeah. 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 I'll be right back. I'll get some ice real quick. Oh, chat. Oh, chat. Oh. 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 All right. So yeah, I'm back. I'm here. I'm here now. I'm sorry. My bad, bro. Shit. But yeah. If you know, Tub is somebody who I do follow. So shout out to Tub. This video I'm about to watch. Hopefully he ain't talking too much on it. Cause yeah, I really do want just the video. But if he on here, all right, y'all. It's worth it. So we're gonna see what's what. If he do talk too much though, I'm telling you right now, I'm going off. So yeah. All right. Anyways.
Shark VPN. Most of us Disney fans have fond memories around Disney Channel stars who made our childhood just a little bit brighter. Unfortunately, while these stars seemed on a definite path to greatness, not all of them managed to keep that spark. So in today's video, we take a deep dive into Disney Channel stars who somehow ruined their careers, with some even trying to salvage things and get back on the right track. Welcome to Disney Channel stars who ruined their careers. Hey guys, welcome back to another video. My name is Tuvington, and when I say these people ruined their careers, I'm basically saying they took a really hard hit. Saying someone's career was ruined even though they're making more than the average citizen is very tricky because it's almost big. And I am not going to include actors I talked about in this video. Also, today we're focusing on a real life morbid topic. This is interesting because I literally said I wasn't going to do this, which is why we switched over to fictional morbid. But I'm always going to be honest with you guys. The fictional morbid videos aren't doing too good on this channel. They're just not. It's been kind of scary looking for a home. What niche does the Tuv channel belong to? I don't know either. But what I do know is that I'll try my best to make it morbid, no matter what. But I came up with the idea of every time that I talk about a morbid topic, we get a sponsor to back up the video. So I want to give a big thanks to Surfshark VPN. We'll talk more about them later in the video. This video has a 99% chance of getting demonetized. It might be monetized the first 2 days and then right after. I don't know why. I don't want to be the guy that complains about monetization, so I'm not gonna be. I'm still gonna upload. And also, my album dropped on August 18th, so you could go stream it if you want, and you could go watch the album movie. It's here on this channel. With that being said, let's get started with the video.
Let's go.
Mitchell Musso. Kicking us off is Mitchell Tate Musso, a 32-year-old actor, also a musician, hailing from Garland, Texas. Before losing his edge, arguably, Musso had a solid career at Disney. He was particularly famous for his role as Oliver Ken in Disney's sitcom Hannah Montana. That role also propelled him into a leading role in Pair of Kings, where he played King Brady. Also in 2010, he became host to a hidden camera reality show, Prank Stars. Now, these are only highlights to Mitchell Musso's accomplishments because there's a lot to go over. He got into acting at the young age of 8, and even before his Hollywood debut in 2004 on the show Secondhand Lions, he had been cast in other films like Am I Cursed and The Keyman. Also, in the time between his role in Hannah Montana and Pair of Kings, he featured in several films in different capacities, including voice acting. For example, he was the voice of Kurt, Bobby Hill's friend, in some episodes of King of the Hill. He was also the voice of Jeremy Johnson in Phineas and Ferb. He voiced Aang in an unaired version of Avatar: The Last Airbender, and also DJ in Monster House. Musso was also featured as Raymond Fig in Life is Rough, so clearly he had a lot going on. And still, that wasn't all. He had a music career running parallel to his acting. In 2009, he released his debut album under Walt Disney Records. He even got to create original tracks and perform remakes of existing songs for Disney films. He sang a remix version of Lean On Me for the film Snow Buddies, and then alongside Tiffany Thornton, he recorded the song Let It Go that was used in the film Hatching Pete, not the Frozen Let It Go. Also in 2009, Musso opened for Metro Station. You know, the classic pop rock band that gave us the hit single Shake It. Shake, shake. Shake, shake, shake it. Again, these are just some of his musical highlights. His accomplishments as a musician are just as impressive as his acting ones. Now, what did Musso do to tarnish such an impressive resume? Well, it's alleged that it's all thanks to a 2011 DUI. As reported by People, the popular online publication, on the early Sunday morning, 3:43 a.m. on October 16th, 2011, Musso was arrested under the suspicion of driving under the influence, with the police confirming that his blood alcohol level was well over. Musso had driven through an intersection and failed to do what an officer instructed him to do. At the time, Musso was 20 years old, which was below the legal drinking age of 21. He went to jail but was released on a $5,000 bail. He eventually accepted a plea deal and got 36 months of probation with no jail time. In an interview with E! Online, he said, "In becoming an adult, I have learned firsthand that stepping up and taking responsibility is the best way to move forward. I am especially thankful to my family and fans for their unwavering support and encouragement. I am glad to now put this in the past." This was after the plea deal. According to TMZ, while Disney and Musso have been in the talks to move the actor from kids shows to young adult projects, the DUI arrest led to the move being made immediately. So instead of Disney waiting for another season of Pair of Kings before making the decision, they quickly replaced him with a character played by Adam Hicks. At the time, Musso was also hosting the Prank Stars show, which had aired 4 episodes by the time of his arrest. Learning of the DUI issue and fearing any bad publicity, Disney immediately canceled the show, making it one of the shortest running shows on Disney Channel, with only 6 episodes ever being produced. 2 episodes that had already been filmed and were being planned to air were also pulled from the programming schedule. Musso's acting career took a big hit after the DUI incident, and his music career flatlined, but it did pick up a bit in 2022. He did, however, manage to salvage a situation given he did voice acting for Phineas and Ferb and Milo Murphy's Law. It's even alleged that Musso's saving grace was that Disney had quietly kept him on their payroll even after bidding his show and acting slots after the DUI. The Mitchell Musso case is a really interesting one because he didn't like do anything to anyone else. It's just, you gotta be on edge when you're working for Disney, you know? This was a horrible look for Disney and they obviously just wanted nothing to do with him afterwards. But I did see somewhere, the reason I thought about this whole video idea was because he came up on my For You page. I believe it was him, or maybe it was a fan page, but it was just, I think the caption was something along the lines of like, so this is what he's doing now, and he was just making music. Nothing crazy, but seems like a pretty normal dude. It just really sucks that he was drunk driving when he was 20, and you know, who knows where his career would have been if he didn't do that one night when he was only 20 years old. Like that,
bro, no, like real nigga shit. Like you gotta like understand living in the moment and being in the moment are two different things. Like sometimes when you live in the moment, you gotta be in the moment. You gotta understand what you experience and what's going on around you and shit like that. Like you can't just do stupid shit. I mean, you can, like, don't get me wrong, but it do get to a point to where like you like no, you gonna have to stop that stupid shit and go ahead and just like feel the moment and live in the moment, and then you'll understand, like, you know what I'm saying, when you doing stupid shit and when you doing like real shit, like shit that's gonna be meaningful to you. Like even if it's meaningful to you and it's stupid to somebody else, like it's just one of them things. I don't know. You'll know. Like you'll understand. Like that shit where you like you understand you ain't indestructible, but you not at the same time. Like I don't know. It's like a spider sense or some shit. I don't fucking know, bro. I don't know. This is one of them things though. Y'all figured it out. That's on y'all.
That's crazy. A decision
I probably
you make
confused the
at
fuck
20.
out of y'all.
Boom. Now he's 32. So damn. Yeah, whatever. I hope you learned from his mistakes. Let's go on to the next one. Hey guys, I just want to take a quick break to talk about today's sponsor, Surfshark VPN. Surfshark VPN keeps your online identity safe by encrypting all the information that goes from your device to the internet. This keeps your personal data protected from big companies and cyber criminals. Let me show you some reasons why you should get Surfshark VPN. Let's talk about changing your location. Now, why would you ever want to change your location? Well, let's say you go on vacation. You can easily change your virtual location back to your home country so that you don't have to miss out on any home comforts. Surfshark has more than 3,200 servers in 100 countries. You ever wanted to get to blocked websites that are blocked in your area? Well, just VPN out of there. Also, this is a no-brainer, but you secure your online data. A VPN encrypts your online data and helps to secure your personal information when you use a public Wi-Fi, which if you're using public Wi-Fi, like for example at a Starbucks, that's like raw dogging Starbucks, bro. Don't do that. Don't. Get a VPN. Get Surfshark VPN. I ain't gonna lie, I got some good news for y'all. You guys can use code TUV, that's capital TUV, for an extra 3 months free. And they offer a 30-day money-back guarantee, so there's really no risk. You don't like it, get a refund. If you guys want to find my link, it is down in the description. And yeah, let's head back to the topic. Jake T. Austin. Jake T. Austin definitely took DUI to a whole other level. Hailing from New York City and proudly embracing his Puerto Rican heritage, Jake's acting career goes back as early as 2002 when he was appearing in commercials. He was 8 at the time. He made his first credited acting appearance a year later in 2003 for a role in Kid 1698, a comic sketch in The Late Show with David Letterman, and he kept growing from there. In 2005, for instance, he landed a major role where he voiced Diego, Dora's cousin, in Nickelodeon's Dora the Explorer. He voiced that character even on the spin-off, Go Diego Go. He then did voice roles in The Ant Bully and Everyone's Hero before his first live-action role in The Perfect Game. However, his debut at Disney was under the role of Chris in Johnny Capahala, before he got casted as Max Russo on Wizards of Waverly Place. The role of Max Russo made him particularly famous and cemented his career at Disney. Riding on that fame, he landed other roles between 2011 and 2014, including voicing Fernando in Rio and Rio 2. He also got a guest appearance in Drop Dead Diva and a role as Rob Fisher in Law & Order. I'd say that's pretty impressive. Well, there's actually more. In 2013, Jake landed his next major role after Max Russo. He was cast as Jesus Foster in the famous teen drama The Fosters. It was at this point, 2 seasons into the show, that his career would take a hit. Should we say a self-inflicted hit? And he's still trying to come back from it. So what happened? Jake got into 2 DUI incidents and they were pretty insane. First, on October 8th, 2013, he was arrested after being pulled over for driving at night without headlights. Apparently, police officers had smelled booze when they approached his vehicle, and Jake had performed poorly in the sobriety test that they administered on site. A little over a month later, on November 19th, 2013, he got into a more serious DUI incident. This time, it's alleged that under the influence influence of alcohol. While driving a 2010 Audi with New York plates, Jake rammed into 3 other cars in the early hours of the morning. The clip of the accident, as shared by TMZ, went viral.
Let me ask you something. You say that now you know it's Jake. How do you now know it's Jake?
Well, when we were finishing filling out like the paperwork, one of my friend's cars was one of the cars that was hit. So, you know, the officers pulled the registration. They had to open his car because he locked his car and fled the scene with his friend.
No.
So they unlocked his car and dug through his car and found his registration, and that's how we knew, because they put his registration, his address, and his name on the police report for the insurance company.
Well, okay, so what you know is that Jake owned the car, but how do you know? Now you've seen.
Oh, but no, that's when we put it together. We were like, oh, that's who that is, because like there was a bunch of people standing outside after, but only myself and one other neighbor actually saw him. And he's like, that guy looks familiar, but I wasn't really thinking of like placing him with anybody, because that wasn't like the first thing on my mind.
So once the police told you that Jake is the owner of the car, did you then go and look, like Google him or something, and find an image of him, and that
triggered it? And it was like, of course that's him. Yeah, that's exactly who that was.
He had been with a friend.
First off, you TMZ is gonna get you. You saw how they was spotlighting her ass. It was like, okay, now look, you said this, that, and that happened, right? Okay, so XYZ, bro, TMZ is gonna get you. They are. Like, bro, there's no hiding from that. It's not. Stirs glass, take sip. So, yeah, it's one of them things like, bro, shit's crazy. When you get on TMZ, you got to make that shit look good, or that shit is automatically going to look bad. And based off this shit, it automatically was bad. Like, wasn't no finessing with that. Damn, bro.
In the car, and in a bizarre twist, immediately after the crash, he left the scene.
Damn!
Witnesses reported seeing him throw a bottle of vodka out the window and fleeing from the scene in an Uber. His lawyer then called the cops and told him that all the victims would be fully compensated and there was no need to prosecute. Oh, and he didn't get charged for fleeing the scene because he apparently left to seek medical treatment at the ER due to an injury to his mouth. Now, the rumor is that Jake was dropped from another season 3 of The Fosters, due to this trouble with the law. He later made a comment that might corroborate this version, saying that taking a break from acting helped him from getting out of hand. This is just speculation though, and the reason I'm saying the whole issues with the law leading him to being dropped from the Fosters could be speculation is because there's an alternate explanation. MovieWeb, for instance, writes that Jake left the show because he wanted a bigger part. This character he was playing was gonna get smaller parts after the 2nd season, so he decided to take the chance and play new characters. Either way, he was replaced with Noah Centineo for season 3. Also, regardless of the version of events around him leaving the show, his career did take a huge hit. That's undeniable. The DUI incident has followed his reputation ever since, and a lot of people think that he didn't end up being as great as he could have been. For instance, he got voice acting roles in 2017, including the Emoji Movie, and has some upcoming projects as of 2023, such as Black Friday, Pledge Trip, Paw Patrol, The Mighty Movie, and Daft State, which aren't that bad, but you're gonna be compared to that biggest show you were on, which for him was Wizards of Waverly Place. And let's be honest, if you compare any of them to Selena Gomez, she's light years ahead of all of them. So of course that's gonna have a lot of people compare more often than they should. But still, this dude had talent, and I don't know how to say it without sounding rude, I guess, but it would have been great to see him further in his career by now. Adam Hicks. So far, we've talked about DUIs, and if Disney stars getting DUIs surprises you, then you're about to be shocked too with what Adam Hicks did. Our next star is Adam Hicks, whose full name is Adam Paul Nielsen Hicks. Hicks was born in Las Vegas, Nevada in November 1992, and is a well-known multi-talented individual who's dabbled in acting, rapping, singing, and songwriting. While it's unclear at what age he began acting, it's undeniable that he's good at his craft. He's known for being cast in The Boy Next Door as Jason Zimmer, Pair of Kings as a replacement to Mitchell Musso, How to Eat Fried Worms as Titus, and a co-lead role as Luther Waffles on Zeke and Luther. Also, Shadow Lemonade Mouth, one of the best underrated Disney movies of all time. However, among all these, being on Zeke and Luther made a significantly positive impact on his reputation, and he arguably grew popular under that show, which had him for 77 episodes. Hicks' other notable acting projects include his role as Wen Gifford in Lemonade Mouth. His music career was also pretty solid as he wrote, recorded, and got featured in remixes of songs that were used in Disney's productions. For instance, he wrote Determinate, Breakthrough, and Living on a High Wire, and all 3 of those songs were used in Lemonade Mouth. Determinate, Terminate. Yeah, nah. That soundtrack was crazy too. I might even listen to that after this. Of course, these are just some highlights of his music career. Now, one thing I found interesting is that Hicks' career had been solid up until he took up the role of King Boz in Pair of Kings, where he replaced Mitchell Musso. And just to refresh your memory, our first Disney star on this list to ruin their career was Mitchell Musso. He got into trouble with the law and somehow ended up losing his part in Pair of Kings. So what are the chances that the dude they got to replace the dude that ruined his career, this dude that was going to replace him, ruined his career too? What happened? Although, to be clear, his run-ins with the law started in 2018, and between 2013, when he last featured in Pair of Kings, and 2018, he had been in other acting roles. Some of the shows he featured in include Shifting Gears, Freakish, Little Savages, CSI, Windsor, and Texas Rising. Anyway, as being reported by Variety, on Wednesday, January 24th, 2018, Hicks was arrested.
That's what I'm saying, like, how do you, like, and I don't know. Like, for me, like, look, look, chat, I will open up to you. One of the things like I like to do, I like to entertain. Like, it's one of them things. I'm open to doing voice acting. I'm open to doing acting like itself, whether it be comedy, drama, like all that shit. Like, I really am open to that. Like, so whether it be like some Tubi shit or whether it be like some motherfucking AMC shit or Paramount or Netflix shit, like, bro, I will do that shit and I'd be happy as fuck. Just the fact that I got the opportunity to do that shit. Like, I would just want to hone my craft to where motherfuckers be like, I want that nigga right there. I need him. I want him. Like, how could it get to a point to where, like, I do know you gotta, like, you know what I'm saying, like, support yourself outside of like doing what you're trying to do, like what you're trying to achieve. Like, sometimes, like, your dream don't, you know what I'm saying, support you at the same, you know, it get to a point where it does, but in the beginning, yeah, your dream don't support you. So I understand that, but like, how do you get to a sense of this? Like, I don't know. Maybe just me, Chet. I don't know. I mean, do y'all understand what I'm saying? Like, it is one of them things, like, I don't understand, like, how you get to that point to where it's just like, bro, I'm about to start fucking shit up, like doing shit like, bro, you already got good shit going for you. The universe is moving in your favor. It's moving in your, you know what I'm saying, like the way you want to move. Like, it may not be moving as hard as you wanted to move, but it's moving in that direction, like, to where you gonna be straight, like, you good, like, you get into the things that you want to do. Like, I don't understand that. Like, I be feeling sorry for people like this because they don't have that discernment, like, in the head, like, to understand, like, sometimes your situation is your situation, but you can make the best of it. You know what? Let's see what they say. Maybe I might be fucked up. Let's just see.
On a suspicion of a string of armed robberies. Yeah, you heard that right. Was Mitchell Musso. He got into trouble with the law and somehow ended up losing his part in Pair of Kings. So what are the chances that the dude they got to replace the dude that ruined his career, this dude that was going to replace him, ruined his career too? What happened? Although, to be clear, his run-ins with the law started in 2018, and between 2013, when he last featured in Pair of Kings, and 2018, he had been in other acting roles. Some of the shows he featured in include Shifting Gears, Freakish, Little Savages, CSI, Windsor, and Texas Rising. Anyway, as being reported by Variety, on Wednesday, January 24th, 2018, Hicks was arrested on a suspicion of a string of armed robberies. Yeah, you heard that right. Not one, but multiple armed robberies. According to the Burbank Police Department, Hicks had been accused of robbing several people on the streets of the San Fernando Valley area. Apparently, Hicks, who was 25 at the time, and his girlfriend, Danny Tamburo, who was 23, would go up to people walking in the area, stick a gun in their face, and demand cash and other valuables. Two of the victims were elderly women in their 70s. A SWAT team was sent to his house in the 1800 block of North Niagara Street.
This is 2 years ago.
At 2 p.m., they arrested him.
Did not know that.
They found a gun and stolen property. This incident was of course shocking to a lot of people, but some felt it was within Hicks' capacity to do so, especially after TMZ revealed that he had 2 prior arrests on his record for, first, firing a gun and shooting himself in the leg, and second, for battery. The 2 prior arrests had however been dismissed for lack of sufficient evidence. Regarding the robberies, it just makes it interesting that he did them all within minutes of each other and makes you wonder if he was just bored one day and decided to rob some people. Regardless, after the arrest, he was held on a $550,000 bail while his girlfriend was also held held on a $350,000 bail. Hicks's hearing had initially been set for March 23, 2019, but it got delayed after a judge appointed a doctor to help determine his mental state following a claim by Hicks's lawyer that the star wasn't fit for trial. Later, he did appear in court and pled not guilty to 3 felony counts of attempted second-degree robbery and 2 felony counts of second-hand degree robbery. 3 years after the incident, on June 18, 2021, Hicks was finally sentenced to 5 years for 1 count of robbery. His girlfriend received her sentence back in 2019, where she got 3 years of formal probation. In March 2022, Hicks was released on parole after he got credited for the 1,460 days that he spent in jail while awaiting sentencing. Now, another interesting part of Hicks's story is that he gave an interview after his jail term, and it got a lot of people sympathizing with him. In the interview, he opens up about struggling with anxiety and panic attacks, which were worsened by the pressure of being a child actor. He also talks about self-medicating with alcohol, marijuana, and Xanax from a young age. Even worse, he had family troubles with his mom suffering from multiple sclerosis and the dad refusing to work. At 18, he was basically in debt and trying to transition from a child actor into adult roles. He also struggled with mental health issues, like delusional episodes, that were worsened by his mother's death. Going forward, he seems to be only interested in focusing on his music. He's had singles out periodically since October 28, 2022, with many of them being about his mental health and time in jail.
The truth is, I was arrested, but right after, I was found incompetent to stand trial, which means I was not in my right state of mind during all this or after my arrest. I was flagged by multiple psychiatrists as incompetent to stand trial.
Oh God. Okay, whoa. No. Hold on. Whoa, check. Hold on. Before y'all start getting on me and like be like I'm laughing at his pain or some shit like that. No. It's just how he came in this shit. Like, truth is, I was on some other shit. And really, when you think about it, it's just that XYZ equals 1, 2, 3. So type shit. Like, bro, you cannot tell me he didn't come in like that, bro. Please, bro. Oh my God. No, we running that back. That shit came out of nowhere, bro. I was not expecting that. Look, bro, chat. Tell me if I'm wrong.
Actor into adult roles. He also struggled with mental health issues, like delusional episodes, that were worsened by his mother's death. Going forward, he seems to be only interested in focusing on his music. He's had singles out periodically since October 28, 2022, with many of them being about his mental health and time in jail.
The truth is, I was arrested, but right after, I was found incompetent to stand trial, which means I was not in my right state of mind during all this or after my arrest. I was flagged by multiple psychiatrists as incompetent to stand trial, which means I could not stand trial because of my mental state. So the judge sent me to a hospital where they put me on medication, and it helped me immensely. Then once I regained my competency, I was sent back to LA County Jail where I had to start the process over again and ultimately take a deal.
We can only hope his career goes up from here. This is another person I've actually seen.
You can't tell me that, bro. That's literally what the fuck just happened. Like, there it is. Like, no. Am I really chat? Like, y'all. So don't nobody want to say that. Okay, that's fine. But I'm telling you right now, that's what the fuck it seemed like. It really did. Also, I do appreciate y'all. Even though y'all ain't saying shit, I do appreciate y'all being here with me. I fucks with it.
On TikTok and on Instagram Reels, and he just talks about his mistakes. You know, he seems like a very good dude now. But yeah, he seems very mature. He went through a lot. It seems like he learned. But once again, you know, I guess when you get a bad image, especially when you're related to Disney somehow, they just like flatline your career. If you're watching this, bro, just keep up with your music and definitely just learn from your mistakes. That's all I can really say. Stoney Westmoreland. We started with DUIs, went to robbery, and now you might wonder, what could top that? Well, lean in, because our next Disney star ruined his career in a way that he may never come back from. I'm talking about Stoney Westmoreland, a well-known American actor and producer born in Kingsport, Tennessee in 1970. Now, before we talk about his scandal and downfall, just like our previous stars, he had a solid career going on, spanning from 1996 to 2018. For example, he featured in prominent films like Godzilla from 1998 as a tunnel guard. He was also in Golden Boy as a producer and World Trade Center as Patty McGee. He also made appearances in popular TV shows like Scandal, Breaking Bad, Better Call Saul, and NCIS, among others. In his most recent and quite significant role, he was cast on the show Andy Mack on Disney Channel as Henry Ham Mack, a grandfather. It was during this role that things would take a very dark turn. In December 2018, Westmoreland was arrested for a pretty serious crime, enticing a minor into He was accused of soliciting from a 13-year-old teenage boy via the Grindr app after he unknowingly communicated with an undercover officer on the app. The profile had been set up by police detectives and operated near the area where Disney's sitcom Andy Mack was being filmed. According to TMZ, the arrest took place on Friday, December 14th, 2018 in Salt Lake City, Utah. He was taken into custody by Salt Lake City Police Department and the FBI Child Exploitation Task Force, who also found 2 novelty toys in his hotel room. He also admitted to sending explicit photos and that the person he was speaking to told him that he was 13 years old. His actions fell into 2 felony categories: enticing a minor by interest or text, and dealing in materials harmful to a minor, aka exploitation of a minor. He had apparently asked the teen to engage in acts with him and send him explicit photos. Leading to his arrest on December 14th, Westmoreland had taken a ride-sharing service to meet the boy, take him back to his hotel room. Given the serious nature of the incident, Disney immediately fired him. Within hours of his arrest, the station issued a statement saying, "Given the nature of the charges and our responsibility for the welfare of employed minors, we have released him from his recurring role and he will not be returning to work on the series, which wraps production on his 3rd season next week." So he was basically let go in the middle of filming for season 3 of Andy Mack. This swift action by the station seems reasonable when you consider that Westmoreland had been working alongside co-stars aged between 14 and 17, and the target audience of the show was really young kids. Now, in his defense, according to his lawyer, Westmoreland was evaluated by a doctor who said he, Westmoreland, did not actually believe he was communicating with a 13-year-old. He thought the exchange was a role play with another adult online. Still, this doesn't make things any better, because why would you role play with someone who's pretending to be a minor? No. The initial charges, 6 felony counts, attracted a sentence of 10 years, but he entered a plea deal that brought the charge down to 2 years in prison for using interstate facilities to transmit information about a minor. As part of the deal, he must cooperate with DNA collection and also register as a sex offender for 25 years once he's out of federal prison. In addition, he'll be required to avail all his computer devices to random searches and inspections, and to notify authorities of all the accounts he uses for the electronic communications or storage, including things like email and social media. These supervised release terms will be in effect for 10 years after his release, and will also mean he cannot interact with people aged 18 years and below without the supervision of another adult. Now, given that Disney already cut ties with Westmoreland and the fact that his charges were of a very serious nature, there is a very minimal chance it's going to be picked up by any other station. Yeah, I think it's pretty much safe to say that this dude's career is completely dead.
Oh yeah.
Bella Thorne. Full name, Annabella Avery Thorne. Born in Pembroke Pines, Florida, Bella is probably the youngest in terms of career kickoff amongst the Disney stars on our list today. She was born on October 8th, 1997, and began her acting career in 2003 with an uncredited role in a 2003 film called Stuck on You. She must have been around 6.
She looks so like little and just I don't know how old she was in this picture, but I feel like she was going through it right here. Like, I don't know. My energy is really telling me that she really was going through it right here. Like, she looked sickly. She looked healthy, but she looked sickly at the same time. Like, I don't know. It's something like my third eye. I don't know. Some is moving me. Like, I can think I'm crazy, but I'm just saying it's just something off-putting with this picture. And it's supposed to be so ucky-ducky. Like, but that shit, it's something off-putting with that shit. Like, I ain't gonna hold you. Like, real nigga shit. It's something off-putting with this motherfucker. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but I'm just telling you right now.
At the time. Just like our other stars, she has a pretty impressive portfolio. Notably, she's had roles in Dirty Sex Money, My Own Worst Enemy, and of course, she played Cece Jones in Shake It Up. Now, this last role, playing Cece in Shake It Up, is what she's really known for and was a significant step in her career. She also won awards along the way, including Young Artist Award and the prestigious Imogen Award, or as it's pronounced, Imagine, whatever. Following the Disney role in the 2010 to 2013 period, she went on to be cast in other popular films, including Blended, Alvin and the Chipmunks, The Road Trip, The Babysitter series, The Duff, Infamous, and the series series Famous in Love.
She
These
get
roles
fucked up,
spanned between
Chad.
2014 and 2020. Also, she ventured into music, and her single, Watch Me from 2011, made it to the US Billboard Hot 100, coming at number 86 on the charts. Overall, she's pretty well accomplished. So, how did she ruin her career? Well, the biggest consensus might be that she curved an image that is so distant from her Disney self. She's transitioned into a controversial and sexualized brand, which is as far as someone can be from the Disney image, and she knows it. For instance, while at Disney, she had the appearance of perfect. She later admitted in an interview that this was part of the pressure that she didn't appreciate while filming the show Shake It Up. She said, quote, "There are definitely a lot of pressures in Disney's eye to be so perfect, and I think that's where Disney in a sense goes wrong because they make their kids seem perfect. That image is very difficult. It's also never been me. So what is the real Bella Thorne?" According to Bella, being real about poetry, sexuality, past struggles with abuse, and other areas of her life was a better way to connect with her fans. Again, this is pretty much the opposite of what Disney would allow near their brand. Moving on, her controversial stance didn't stop there. This is because later on also, while filming for Freeform's Famous in Love, she was called a diva who was uncontrollable and crazy. Now those are pretty strong words coming from a studio. Anyway, the bigger hit to her image, however, was when she leaked nude photos of herself to get ahead of a hacker who was threatening her. In June 2019, Bella, in a stance to, quote, take the power back, posted on Twitter messages from an anonymous person.
Look, I don't know why people think that you can have power over somebody when it comes to leaking photos and shit like that. Like, it's one of them things. Like, it's straight. Like, bro, okay, okay, go ahead, whatever. Like, you want this, you want that, go ahead, go ahead. The worst that's gonna happen is you gonna get your little clout for leaking that, and you gonna be trying to find your Netflix. Like, you're gonna be trying to go and look for somebody else that you can do this shit to. But other than that, like, that person, 9 times out of 10, history shows people who've been leaked and stuff like that, they didn't went on to do good shit. At least good shit for them. I ain't gonna say they get up that like they went on to make history or some shit like that, but no, their lives been straight. Like, they was good. Like, if anything, they might have helped them for real, for real. Now it might have hurt them a little bit, but in the long run, everybody who didn't face some shit like that didn't been straight. So it's just like, bro, because if somebody came with me like that, I'm comfortable with how I am. So now, then, later, I'm good. So I really, it's funny how people think that they can do shit and be like, oh yeah. No, shit like that don't work no more. Like, motherfuckers be confident in themselves. Like, no, they know they find shits. Like, we know we find shits.
Revealing topless selfies of herself in the process. She said, "Yesterday, as you all know, my shit was hacked. For the last 24 hours, I have been threatened with my own nudes. I feel gross. I feel watched. I feel someone has taken something from me that only I wanted one special person to see." She added, "I'm putting this out because it's my decision. Now you don't get to take yet another thing from me." This was a bold move from her, and her fans praised her for it. However, the internet being the same old dark place, those nude photos have followed her reputation ever since. And to make it worse, Bella has continued to find herself in tricky conversations. For instance, in 2019, she directed a film, Her and Him, for P-Hub. And while there's nothing inherently wrong with directing an X-rated film, it's pretty insane to do so as a debut instead of directing shows. Regarding the experience directing the film, Bella said filming actual sex was quite a fun environment. Then, just a year later, in 2020, she joined OnlyFans and riled up a significant portion of her fan base. But why were they mad? Well, she came in and gentrified the whole thing. In an interview with Rolling Stone, one content creator on the platform thought it wasn't so good that a former Disney Channel star with many sources of income would come in and dilute revenue for regular sex workers. Now, I wouldn't say Bella Thorne's career is over, but I'm sure a bunch of angry parents would like to say that. And I guess the OnlyFans competitors. But a lot of the people on this list, they suffer from being compared to people. Not the dude that was texting the minor, but the other people, they are still fairly young. So I think they're just always with that pressure. Disney. You need to be good boy. You need to be good girl. So when they start being a normal human being, they just start getting compared. I mean, especially Bella Thorne being compared to Zendaya. Probably he gets that all the time in her DMs in the comments. Zendaya wouldn't do this, you know? Like, it has to be horrible. So I do sympathize with Bella Thorne. I sympathize with a lot of the people on this list. Not everyone, though. But I guess we'll only see with time where her career will lead her in a few years. Alright, that was it for this video. If you guys liked it, make sure to leave a like. If you guys are new to the channel, make sure to subscribe. I felt really nice making this video. It felt like an old school tub video, and this felt nice, man. If you guys haven't watched the Powerpuff Girls video, make sure to go watch that. It didn't perform too good, but it's one of my favorite videos, so make sure to go watch that. I stream on Kick. I have an album out now, and I have a Patreon where you can pay $5 to get everything early. That's really it for the self-promo. Shout out Surf.
Alright, chat. Alright, so next one. So we clean these out. I really want to clean these out. I ain't gonna hold you. Ghost Rider versus Lobo.
Have you tried 23andMe? It can tell you all about your ancestors, genetic information, health, and traits.
It's super easy, and the results are legit. You can find out all sorts of good little secrets about yourself.
23andMe reports do not diagnose disease or describe overall likelihood of developing any disease. 23andMe tests strains only. Visit 23andMe.com/deathbattle for important test information.
Order your health and ancestry kit at 23andMe.com/deathbattle, and you can meet your genes in over 125 personalized genetic reports. That's the number 23andMe.com/deathbattle.
Whether it be justice, vengeance, or the thrill of the kill, bounty hunting isn't for the faint of heart.
Especially when your usual targets are superheroes.
The Ghost Rider, Marvel's relentless spirit of vengeance.
And Lobo, the space-hogging main man of DC Comics. He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle. Even at a young age, Johnny Blaze lived life on the edge. Son to the accomplished cyclist Barton Blaze, he was sadly witness to his father's death in a stunt gone wrong.
But he got adopted by another stuntman, Crash Simpson. It's no surprise that Johnny became a stunt performer himself until Crash's wife died in a stunt gone wrong.
Only now apparently aware that motorcycles can be dangerous, Johnny swore to never perform again.
And then Crash got cancer. Damn, even I don't have parent issues this bad.
Completely devastated, Johnny refused to let Crash die. Willing to risk it all, he turned to the one person who could fix everything.
Everyone's favorite problem solver, Satan!
Hail Satan!
This was Mephistopheles, one of the many lords of hell who happened to have a special interest in Johnny's family line. To save Crash's life, he cut a deal with the devil, curing the cancer at the cost of selling his soul. The deal succeeded, and Crash was healed, but then he died in, well, a stunt gone wrong.
I mean, he's a stuntman whose name is Crash. Should have seen it coming. And after all that, Johnny got stuck with being Mephisto's bitch for eternity.
Mephisto even sandwiched him together with a demonic spirit of vengeance named Zarathos.
Zarathos! Ask your doctor if it's right for you, or your exorcist.
Long ago, Zarathos was a powerful demon who threatened Mephisto's realm. Eventually, Mephisto defeated him, forcing him into eternal servitude.
And with their power combined, Johnny and Zarathos roamed the world, punishing the wicked as the embodiment of a death metal album cover, The Ghost Rider. Ah! Oh god, that's terrifying!
Well, sure, his visage instills fear unto many.
What? No, Ghost Rider looks awesome! I'm talking about Nick Cage.
Agreed. Anyway, as the Ghost Rider, he became one of the universe's greatest threats. He has superhuman strength and speed, and his skeletal body can regenerate from practically any amount of damage.
And if Blaze's last name wasn't obvious enough, he can shoot fire! Oh, but not just any fire, hellfire. The best kind of fire.
The kind that's infused with magic that burns not just your flesh, but bypasses conventional defenses to attack your very soul. He can throw fireballs, raise walls of flame, rain fire from the sky, and even conjure weapons and objects out of thin air, such as a demonic shotgun and an infinite stream of chains.
And his badass ride, the Hell Cycle. This baby can look however Johnny wants, but he usually summons it as a panhead chopper. It can respond to Johnny's thoughts, scale walls, and even outrace Thor's hammer Mjolnir.
The same hammer that crossed a galaxy and back in a single minute.
You know, I lit my chopper on fire once.
I didn't know you had a motorcycle.
Well, yeah, up until the fire. Rest in peace, Roadhog. At least you went out in a blaze of glory, like Bon Jovi said.
But while his hellfire and chains are vicious weapons in their own right, they're often used to ensnare the Ghost Rider's victims as he goes in for a truly diabolical kill. Or should I say, a penance.
The penance stare is basically Hell's timeout corner of pain. Ghost Rider isn't angry, he's just disappointed, and he wants you to think about what you've done, and it to hurt. A lot.
Under the penance stare, the Ghost Rider forces you to relive all the pain and misery you've inflicted on others throughout your entire life. No indiscretion, no matter how minor, is safe from the Ghost Rider's gaze.
So that time I put ground laxatives in my 4th grade math teacher's coffee and gave her the shits, does that mean the stare would give my soul the shits too?
Not literally, but you would experience the anger, humiliation, and the butt cramps.
So basically eternal damnation, got it.
But should your sins be so numerous and terrible, the penance stare could even obliterate your soul, leaving you an empty husk.
The stare doesn't work on everybody though. You might survive if you're blind, don't have a soul, draw power from pain, or if you're a weirdo like Thanos who gets off on that shit. Still, Ghost Rider's grab bag of hell powers let him tear up some of the biggest assholes in the world, and even some of the good guys like Hulk, Thor, and Doctor Strange.
He's quick enough to dodge bullets or even outright catch them in his teeth. He's powerful enough to create massive eruptions, blow up mountains, and even tear down a skyscraper. The average skyscraper weighs over 200,000 tons. That's the same weight as 1,100 blue whales.
Or one ex-wife. I'm gonna write that on her next alimony check.
And given his hellish heritage, he's rather difficult to kill.
Bullets, poison, fire, he's survived it all. Even a beatdown from World War Hulk just got him even more pissed and extra flamey.
Not just that. Remember Zarathos? Johnny Blaze isn't simply a host for the demon, but a limiter for his full power. Throughout his life as the Rider, Johnny has constantly battled Zarathos in the mind, barely holding on to some semblance of sanity. Should his will to resist the demon falter, Zarathos can take full control, and all hell breaks loose. Not literally, but pretty close.
Oh, and plot twist, Zarathos was never actually a demon at all, but an angel of justice. Fire skull head and everything. When he's unleashed, he becomes so powerful, even Doctor Strange wets his robes. And this is the guy who pops supernovas like Pez.
While Zarathos was bonded to another host, they even managed to defeat Mephisto in his own realm. For reference, Mephisto once battled Galactus, devourer of worlds. Stars detonated, galaxies trembled, and the entire universe was at risk, simply as a byproduct of their battle.
And if Zarathos wasn't terrifying enough, he likes to eat souls.
Of course, the Ghost Rider isn't invincible. Johnny is technically vulnerable as an ordinary human being. Even while transformed, the Rider can be killed via holy weaponry.
But Johnny's doing alright, sitting pretty on Mephisto's throne. I guess things worked out okay for him, even if he's not too keen on being the devil's bounty hunter.
So let this be a warning. Should you ever hear the rumble of a motorcycle in the distance and the glow of an ethereal flame on the horizon, count your sins, because the Ghost Rider is coming. And may God have mercy on your soul.
Sorry, all out of mercy.
Go.
Let's turn the clocks back to a distant era of sin and debauchery.
The 1990s.
Inspired by the financial success of Watchmen and The Dark Knight Returns, comic writers started churning out grim and gritty superheroes by the dozen, like Cable, Azrael, and Overkill.
Yeah, they were badass looking at first, but I mean, what's even happening here?
It got so absurd that someone needed to knock these roided out monstrosities down a peg.
The world needed a hero. No, a parody.
Enter the planet Zarnia, once the brightest beacon of peace and happiness in the universe, until its inhabitants were annihilated by a biological catastrophe, leaving only one survivor. The last son of Zarnia, Lobo.
The one that killed all the rest of them. A guy whose name literally translates in Sarnian to "he who devours your entrails and thoroughly enjoys it." What? Awesome! Why wasn't I named that?
Lobo is so unimaginably evil that his birth caused the midwife who delivered him to go insane. The first Zarnian to do so in 10,000 years.
Some even think that Zarnia was so perfect and good, the universe made Lobo to balance things out. Hey, didn't you say the same thing about me when we first met, Wiz?
That I did. Simply put, Lobo was unique and desired to be even more so. Thus, he ensured he was the only Zarnian alive in the universe.
I fragged the rest of the planet for my high school science project. Gave myself an A.
Yeah, he's definitely insanely awesome!
Lobo left the desecrated corpse of his former home to become a bounty hunter, probably because it's the only profession that legally allows him to murder.
Don't worry, he'll murder you illegally too. Lobo doesn't discriminate. He even has a special gender-neutral insult and the name of my next motorcycle, Bastich.
My bike! Dragon bastard.
Anyway, Lobo's bagged some pretty crazy bounties across the universe, including Santa Claus, 2 near-omnipotent dwarf gods, and even things that don't exist, apparently.
And Lobo's Zarnian physiology is just as absurd to match. He possesses godlike strength, speed, and invulnerability, so much so that he can tear through hordes of superheroes like nothing. Should he somehow suffer damage, he also has an impressive healing factor.
He's like if Superman and Deadpool had a baby, which is a lot more terrifying when I say it out loud.
Did somebody say Deadpool?
No, go away! There. He's gone. Whoa.
Wow, I didn't think you had it in you.
Oh, honey, that's not true. Haven't you heard? No one's ever really gone. See you later.
I swear to God I'll kill him someday.
So, you had the replacement plan on that TV, right?
Back on topic, Lobo can regenerate from a single drop of blood, and each one he sheds will actually grow into a completely new Lobo. No, I'm not making that up.
No wonder there wasn't any war on Zarnia. Nobody can kill these friggin' Bastiches.
It helps that he's also a super genius who knows well over 17,000 languages. He can perform complex physics equations in his head quickly enough to catch the Flash, and can build planet-destroying weaponry out of garbage.
His brain is no joke. He can resist mind control because he's too ornery, and he's got so much willpower he can literally walk through Green Lantern constructs. You know, those things powered by willpower.
And befitting his occupation, Lobo is a master sharpshooter, tracker, and can, by his own admission, deduce the weak points in any opponent.
Like how my shotgun leg jams if booze gets in it.
I would have gone with your crippling alcoholism, but sure, that too. Lobo may be a powerhouse on his own, but he also comes equipped with guns, knives, swords, grenades, and a bomb that he sent back in time which accidentally killed the dinosaurs. Whoops.
His favorite is his enormous hooked chain. But when his job takes him across the universe, he hops on his Space Hog, a customized Spaz Frag 666, which has automatic machine guns, responds to his whistle, can fly fast enough to escape black holes, and blasts Born to be Wild. Wait. How can he sing in the vacuum of space?
Oh, that's where you're drawing the line? Not the time he, say, pulled the alien entity Solaris out of the sky, which is as heavy as a star, despite lacking leverage?
I like how he even admits that didn't make any sense.
Using a small to medium-sized star like our own sun as a reference, Solaris should weigh nearly 2 octillion tons, over 300,000 times heavier than Earth.
So, pretty tough to bench press. But how about the time he was fighting some rabbits and then he got so face-meltingly angry that he just straight up ate a city all at once? Disclaimer, don't eat away your feelings.
Somebody mark
it's not
some,
healthy.
say some.
Drink them away instead.
Don't do that. But that is trillions of tons of steel and rubble condensed into a sphere smaller than the palm of his hand. By my calculations, that compressed ball should be over 20 times denser than a neutron star.
Oh God, imagine that coming out!
This unimaginable strength lets him brawl with the likes of Superman. But that's barely scratching the surface.
Name anybody in DC Comics and it's likely Lobo's kicked their ass. He can even punch ghosts! Sounds like the only thing that can kill this guy is an act of God.
Not even that. After rampaging through heaven and hell, tearing through armies of angels, demons, and what have you, Lobo's bloodlust on a literally biblical scale got him banned from the afterlife. As in, death was told that Lobo's soul was not to be collected.
So he just can't die now?
not in the traditional sense. He's had his head disintegrated, been reduced to a skeleton, even been turned into a spirit that just kept on fighting until he got his body back.
The only thing that has ever really held the big lug back is his weirdly consistent integrity. Namely, he'll always keep his word no matter what. Seems pretty weird for a cosmic madman, but he also loves dolphins and will literally go to hell and back to protect them, so who even knows anymore?
He's not without his failures, though. His greatest of which was perhaps something entirely out of his control. His reboot.
What the hell is that scrawny, emo, Edward Cullen-ass looking dork?
That's New 52 Lobo, a serious, tortured, modern interpretation. Everything that Lobo was meant to be a parody of.
Thankfully, someone at DC developed a sense of irony and literally shelved this loser.
The real Lobo returned better than ever and got back to doing what he does best.
Kicking ass across the universe. He's not just some two-bit alien villain. He's the main man, and the whole universe knows it.
See, someone's paid me a heap of cash for your carcass, and the main man always delivers.
All right, the combatants are set, and we've run the data through all possibilities.
But first, rev up your engines for this delicious food deal. With Blue Apron.
By now, you've probably heard of Blue Apron, the leading meal kit delivery service in the U.S.
Choose your meals each week, get the ingredients delivered to your doorstep, and whip up a meal using the easy-to-follow directions provided.
Check out their summer menu and try out their customer-favorite plant-based burger with the Beyond Burger.
I never thought a plant burger would be a good idea, but I was totally wrong. You gotta try it.
And there's plenty more to love about Blue Apron.
My favorite part is...
Huh? What the frag?
Start that real quick.
Lobo of Zarnia, your sins are innumerable. I am here to...
What the fuck? Hey, I ain't gonna lie. I'm going for Lobo. I do fuck with Ghost Rider though. But I'm going for Lobo.
Beetles, gaze my bounty! I'm gonna skull frack ya!
Whoa.
You're one ugly freak.
Look into my eyes. Your soul will burn in hell.
Is that a fact now?
Burn.
Bottoms up!
Wait.
It's done. About time.
Not yet, scuzzball! You will all die screaming! Eat this, you bastards!
That was this shot?
Holy fraggaroli. I definitely ain't picking up that bounty now. Lobo of Zarnia, your sins are innumerable. I am here to wreak vengeance upon your soul.
Damn, that was toasty! tasty. Wonder what Ghost Lobo tastes like.
Being so absurdly powerful, Lobo definitely held a massive physical advantage against the Ghost Rider.
Yeah, that was obvious. Skullhead took down a skyscraper while Lobo dragged around a frickin' sun. But Ghost Rider survived some pretty incredible things. Almost as incredible as these new shirts from store.roosterteeth.com.
Time and place, Boomstick.
Come on, we gotta eat.
Even World War Hulk couldn't finish him off, and Lobo didn't typically carry any holy weapons, which meant he really did not have a good way of killing the Ghost Rider.
Yeah, but who needs holy weapons when you're strong enough to crush a whole city? Couldn't he just overpower Johnny?
A good question. However, do you recall how powerful Zarathos was? Zarathos was an equal threat to Mephisto, whose battles tore apart the universe. Once the Ghost Rider released his true power, Lobo's physical advantages hardly mattered anymore.
But hey, the main man was super smart and probably could have figured out Johnny's weaknesses. But how is he gonna escape to find a holy weapon somewhere when the Hell Cycle outraced Mjolnir?
Which once crossed the Milky Way and back in under a minute, a feat more than 100 billion times faster than light. More than capable of keeping up with the Space Hog.
They were both as unkillable as you can get. But since Lobo was banned from the afterlife, how could he ever lose?
This is where the fine print matters. Death was banned from reaping Lobo's soul, but that doesn't mean the soul itself could not be destroyed. This is where our research surprised us the most. It turns out the Ghost Rider had 3 different methods of specifically targeting Lobo's soul.
His Hellfire could hurt the soul directly, and since it ignores normal defenses, Lobo couldn't really stop it.
With trillions of murders on Lobo's hands, the Penance Stare could wield extraordinary power against him. And while Lobo had a high pain tolerance, he did not enjoy fatalistic agony and unending torture so much that he'd survive all of that at once.
Even if he did, Zarathos could just gobble up his soul for a quick snack. The end. Easy as that.
Lobo was undeniably a difficult opponent to take on, but the Ghost Rider's cosmic might, unholy invulnerability, and soul-rending powers gave him the perfect tools to take out the main man.
That poor bastard didn't stand a ghost of a chance. Sorry, I knew that was a low blow.
The winner is Ghost Rider.
Thanks for watching this episode. If you want the battle music for yourself, you can get it by clicking the link down below.
Also, if you like animated content, check out the new Rooster Teeth animation channel. Just click that box right over there. Got some great stuff.
Well, chat, I do declare that this has been a good little run. Yeah. Think I'm about to call it. It is 2:45 in the morning, and I have given y'all a lot. And y'all ain't, really coming in the chat and so yeah. I'm about to be off-ski. Definitely appreciate y'all coming through. You can see over here we got a little more to react to, so I'll be on, definitely be on later. And we'll, react some more. Or be playing the game or whatever. But yeah. Till then, I'm gonna fuck with y'all. Love you. Be safe. I hear that siren. And the city needs me. So yeah. Mm-hmm.